What up, guys? I'll go live for an hour for sure, maybe 2 hours tops. I usually listen to the live podcast, by the way, so I usually save it on my Twitch. For some reason, my iPhones, I don't know what's going on, but both my iPhones, when I save live sessions, it's upside down, so I have to use VLC Player to make it right set up, 180 degrees. Which whatchamacallit, sucks, but that's why I'm using my Android phone, my main phone, to whatchamacallit, do this live session again. So the intent in life, you adapt to your environment as possible. When it comes to social media world and phone world, computer world, you adapt best as possible every which way for sure. And right now I'm having issues with my Meet Me. So the Meet Me, I use it for today. Not me personally wise, I just use it to stream to live session. So I use it every which way. So and then I was sure your boys could be in the fitness talking this shit. I'm like, yo, like, did you forget you're a dating app looking for love, but you're talking shit in the live session? I tell Queen Joe, red flag, don't date him. That's the shit for everybody out there. Like, if y'all want love, quote unquote, you gotta figure the shit out. If not, then describe it out. In this lifetime, how many bodies are you going through to figure out what love is? How many tears are you shedding to figure out what love is? Respectfully. And that's the shit for everybody out there. Like, my number, 95% universe, 95. I'm being nice. Maybe when you did, I'm gonna put fear in the universe, in all the realms. Might even say 99%. You don't know what love is. I didn't know what love was. Can comprehend till in this lifetime, 39, 18 at heart, 45 on the outside. The last 6 years of my life blessed, not just to tell stories. I'm not a victim. I'm not a warrior. I'm not a survivor. That's the version of myself. I already comprehend life as a being. Like my little motto about that. Like, if you don't got you, then who got you? God, the universe, sure. Yes, emotional, mental, spiritually, whatever your belief is, 24/7, 365 by your side. Now, physical beings, who got you physically? And that's the shit for everybody out there. Like, God, yeah, you say universe, my ancestors, yeah, but those are emotional, mental, spiritual beings, quote unquote. You're the physical being living the human experience, and you're the one standing depressed, bitter, hateful. I keep it simple, like, respectfully, you believe not the issue. You believe not, once again, your belief does not have mental health issues. Nothing. You do. So the question is, what we do with short feelings? You can pray. Once again, nothing wrong with prayer. You can pray and help manifest all you want. Once again, that's communication. Only you as a being can do what? Comprehension. No, nobody. Zero. Nobody is the one for nobody at all. On top of that, whatchamacallit, I'm thinking about the lights, whatchamacallit. If you think you're the one, nobody is to remind you. You're not the one. You're not God, Jesus, the universe. You cannot take nobody's pain from nobody at all. What we can do for each other is heal, guide, support, uplift, reward. Show mad love to each other. On top of that, as one being, you control and protect energy. Respect. What does everybody, all of us do? We all play the role of victim to a soft story. Boo-hoo me. I don't have no parents. Can't see my kids. Max destroy me. You have the right to be in the victim mindset. Right in the beginning, the question is for how much longer in this lifetime. So people come in, you see them sad, depressed, bitter, hateful, but typically sad. How the kids? Oh, they're doing good. Co-parenting is cool. I'm in Seattle, so once again, like, yeah, I go back and forth type of situation. So my job, I'm gonna pay till next week. DoorDash, it was kind of steady, slow somewhat. So I can't see him this weekend. So I just video chat technology-wise, but I'll see him next weekend. And I have to tell all my 8 kids, I'm gonna teach you how to not become your mother or father. Kids in marriage, wait till 30, 40 years old, every which way. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? How you doing? Oh, what's up, Wes? How you doing? Whatchamacallit? Respectfully wise, because, like, for everybody out to pay it for, because no one taught me this shit. Like, no one for women, check out. I'm giving scenarios, show your future in a positive manner. Like, cool, you can be lovey-dovey as a couple, but do you believe, especially if it's toxic, do you believe, having kids get married will make it better? Kids, yo, they're a blessing, also a lesson. Once they're here, they're here. And then you two as a couple are toxic, traumatize your kids as you were traumatized by your parents, and so on and so on. And you believe higher source, like, yo, church is not the issue. You believe it's you two that talk to as couple, that's the issue, respectfully wise. So that's why I tell stories to pay it forward. But if you want to fall on your face and get destroyed and go and learn the hard way, which I dislike that term because I comprehended 1,000 because I went through it, right? But here's the best part. I've been doing this for almost 6 years now. I made 36 years doing this shit. I will do it to my last day in bread. So to carve the fuck out, like, if you're doing the healing journey, why don't you open your mouth? Why don't you do what I'm doing? Yo, use technology to the fullest. No one to comprehend you. You know, a lot of people, that's, no one has to comprehend nobody at all. But the cool thing is, all it takes one person's the magic coming to your, social media platform and just sit there and observe you. Like, yo, I don't know what you're saying, but it got my attention. That's a positive. That's the intent on my tattoos. Like, once again, in Seattle, wise, typically the queens ask me about my tattoos. Kings, once in a while, I was putting the gas at the Stradron wise, and I just gotta have a small conversation with him. He's like, "I like your tattoo." They go, "Thank you." They're just a map to life. Really? Yeah. I'll try to speak slow. I apologize. I kind of speak fast. I'm trying to work on my talking speed wise, and we just had a deep conversation. I try to keep it simple. Just you and I are talking to each other in your store, at your job, right? So other than physical beings, you and I, that's about tattoo. Technology wise, ask anything man-made for the rest of life, to your mental health. You're like, what does that mean? Let me elaborate. Scenario: if I'm not here as a physical being, I go through that door, I leave, right? And now it's just you. And remember, you can't use social media. You're in a store, so ask anything in the store for advice. Advice of life. I put my tattoo. See my neck? It says anxiety. So ask that water bottle. Hey, water bottle. I got anxiety. What do I do? Hey, soda. I got PTSD. What do I do? Hey, cigarettes. I'm gonna talk to later. What I do? What's that? Cricket. He just smiles. He's like, that's some deep shit. I go, I just speak black and white, King. Like, I keep it straight. I'm trying to get your attention so you don't do this healing journey and then the hard way forever. But if you want to get destroyed and go through all these bodies, and shed all these tears and stay with the summit for the rest of life, that is your choice if you will. I don't recommend it. I stopped becoming the whole universe at 39. I don't need people in life. Codependency. The only person that needs anybody, kids, my kids in general, the youngest ones, comma, for now, because those kids will eventually go to middle school, high school, then graduate and leave the household, and they'd either survive the fucking matrix. That's all my kids, all young kids. Like, y'all suffering in middle school, high school? Wait till you graduate, leave the household, go to the matrix with us older adults. Especially all these circles, all these bad girl, fuckboy, fuckgirls, the bullies, racist. The worst of all these zombies added to addiction, they're all fucking cooked. And you want to date them, you want to be around them, live with them, chill with them. I pray for you. I have compassion for you. I go my day of my life, but I don't feel sorry for you, respectfully. Like, anyone could leave. What's up, boys? How you doing, King? What you want to call it? Anyone could leave whenever you want to. Like, you don't have to stay in toxic environments best as possible. If you can't for the time being, then you would adapt best as possible. And in time, when the opportunity is there, especially when the kids are involved, be like Forrest Gump and run. You do not look back. Especially for adults. Yo, if you're adults, they're an adult. To remind you guys, that's not your fucking kid. If no kids are involved, yes, you can hurt their feelings. And they're not your feelings, they're their feelings. Especially if they're mistreating you. That's why I bully people in a positive manner. I love to bully bullies every which way. Because no bully is a good person at all. That's why I bully bullies. Respectfully, So, for everybody out there, once again, I'm just trying to do this life session for you guys so you don't suffer forever. You don't do counseling therapy forever. You don't stay in the healing journey forever. But if you want to comprehend that this healing journey, quote unquote, it's a lifelong journey, it's a lifelong process. You'll hear that shit all over social media. If you'll go counseling therapy, potentially they'll tell you the same shit because they're taught the same shit. I speak to them shit all the time. Like, yo, like, I'm healed. Tattoos, my scars. I said all these tattoos, it's a past version of myself. I don't become Sam bitter. Nothing at all. Like, I don't need none of you guys, respectfully. I want you in my life, which, if you want we match energy, love. Nobody takes energy. That's called toxic love. If you're trying to take my energy, what am I allowed for? Because if it's my own kid, they're the adult kids. Like, yeah, you're my kid, but I tell my kids all the time, you're the oldest ones, right? You don't have to talk to me. That is your choice. You can hate me. You're the old version of myself. Here's the kicker. I got 8 of you. You want to talk to me? I got 7 more. If you all want to stop talking to me, that's your choice if you will. But if once again, to forewarn you, you're going to suffer to your last day in bed, potentially wise, if you don't reach out for help. And you don't have to, I'm your father. I heard your type of situation because I was in a journey. Nice conversations till I was 39. So if you want to vibe me type of situation, you don't have to physically speak to me. I tell my kids all the time, whenever you want to, go to Twitch, go to YouTube, Coach Shoot a podcast. That's me. I'm your father, right? You don't have to speak to me directly, but this is all I talk about. One day when you want to, just push play, listen to me. I just bullshit with people in these live sessions. Just talk about the same thing all the time. Because once again, everyone, all of us, are a bitch about the person by their side. And when you do, I'm like, yo, why are you bitching about them? The door's right there. That's the miracle of the sign. I know it's going to be hard to leave initially, but it's your life. Be selfish in a positive matter. If not, be codependent people. Be scared to leave people's sides. Yo, that's, especially your adult, that's not your kid. For everybody other guys, That's not your kid. To remind you, stop being the babysitter, their mother, their father, the probation officer. That's not your kid. But if you think you are the one, then stay there. Pray, but hope, manifest all you want. That magically one day your partner that you love, they'll wake up and love you like you love them. But for everybody out there, that one day you're praying on, when will it be? I love seeing this shit. Like today, tomorrow, 7 years from now, 12 years from now. And why do I say 7 and 12? Because that's my personal experience. First baby moms, 12 years too long, so I walked away. No healing journey, on a journey, you know. Tried to do co-parenting, but it was drama and bullshit because of her side. Because once again, they're in the highway type of situation. And then when I would say 7, which I'm going to tell you next month, because that's my numbers. Second baby mom, the mother of boys, we do co-parenting. 7 years too long until she walked away. It hurt like I lost my second family. It hurt really, really bad. But it was a blessing in disguise. Because I reached out for help and guidance. Yo, I'm not the only one suffering. I'm not the only one losing family. There's got to be reasons that, you know, relationships fall apart. Somebody has to be talking about this shit with all this technology. And what did I do? Google, YouTube, TikTok, all my tattoos, you know, ask the same questions. And what do I see? All these people talking about it. I don't have to comprehend no one at all. But it intrigues me. Cool. Anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, mental health, empath, narcissist, the healing journey, all the terminology. I heard the terms before many, many years ago. But not once did I think to study it at all. Like, what does that mean? What's the healing journey, you know? That's why I say for everybody out there, if you don't make a comment or ask a question, you and her inspire a conversation, you will never know. Especially as partners. If you guys so quote unquote love each other, don't matter if you meet at church, the hall, whatever you believe your spiritual religious belief is. Your beliefs once again is not the issue. You two are the issue. Then what are you doing with each other if you can't talk to each other? Dead the fuck ass. On top of that, you want to see your future? Become all your toxic family. They'll still together to this day. They go to church every Sunday, miserable as fuck behind closed doors. Become all your toxic family. Your future's literally in front of your face. And remember this, man-made things, it doesn't matter. Because nothing man-made things will ever shed tears for anybody out there. Not even the AI will shed tears for you, yet. Until one day it wakes up and has a conversation, it'll shed some type of tears. It'll comprehend where you're coming from. Like, yo, what you're going through, depression. It will elaborate for you if you want to elaborate. If not, just watch you suffer, you know. But what's up, number one? How you doing, Weez? How you doing, King? How you been? I'll be talking and apologize.
No, you're good.
Yeah, man. How you been? How's life? How's everything?
Listening.
Yeah.
Good, right? I mean, it's good.
Yeah. You maintaining or what?
Huh?
Are you maintaining?
Yeah, trying to.
Well, remember my little motto for everybody out there, just day by day baby steps, man. Just don't do this. Try give yourself grace as best as possible, and then especially you're mad young, like you're mad young, so the cool thing is as long as you're doing this healing journey, mental health, you're ahead of the game. A lot of people like my situation, and once again to pay it forward, when you're older we all say the same shit. Trust me, if you won't be the first one to last. I wish I was younger. I wish it not exist. So don't be yourself best possible. Don't stress yourself. Like, give yourself grace. You did not ask no comment or question. Now you're researching. You're reaching out for help. All these platforms. That's a positive. It's not ever too late if you can, which I recommend. Pay it forward. When you start figuring this healing journey, your situation with your mental health, people ask your story. Just tell stories. You know, and if you don't comprehend, there's so much resources every which way. But once again, you're mad young. You have a lot of time as long as you share your time correctly. That's why I tell people, me as a being, I just keep it about you. Like, I want to get my attention. Like, I want to hear about your healing journey. That ass, like, teach me about you. Why? You can tell me about your job, but your job can talk to me. You know, nothing man-made other than physical beings and the AI. But like, if you're struggling with your mental health, why? I know it's personal. You know, I respect your boundaries, terminology. But you know, I know how it is to feel to be scared vulnerable, right? Especially to speak to nobody. But if you have real support in these conversations, maybe one day you'll start, comprehending what people are trying to tell you. You know, but once again, the only being able to do comprehension, you as one being, is just the person in the mirror, yourself, not nobody else. Nobody can do comprehension for you. No one can take the pain from you at all. No one can let go for you at all. It's only you as a being. When you're ready to let go of all the pain, and it sucks, they did you wrong, they sold your dream, yes. Partners fucked you over, yes it did, but here's the kicker. If you both didn't have this conversation, because you're both just on a journey, no healing journey. If you're doing the healing journey, and y'all single out the time to date somebody, Asking the same question. That's what I do potential to be. Yo, Queen, how you been doing your healing journey for? Someone be like, what does that mean? Like your mental health, your feelings. Do you talk about those at all? And they'd be like, no. I asked me.
People probably wouldn't even know what to respond to.
Well, exactly. That's respecting my terminology, right? Boys and girls, when I ask that question, Japanese. Men and women, the healing journey, they'll try to elaborate. Like, I'm trying counseling therapy. I'm trying mental health. That's a part they're trying. They start the conversation. And some people ask me, but why does that matter? Because I go, my motto, which I'm gonna tattoo on me, to keep it simple, black and white. I date your mind as an associate, as a friendship, especially as a partnership, because your mind tells your mouth to move and have a conversation with me. Your mind tells your fingertips to message me. I date your mind. Then your avatar, then your universe, your environment. Why all that? Because it's not just you. It's everything. What's your everyday life? What people you hang with? What do you do in general? Why does that matter? Because I make sure we're compatible. Because let you know, I don't do the street life. I don't party and kick it, none of that at all. None of be above. If you do that, nothing against you. Date people like that. Well, I like you. You can like me all you want. I don't, and I won't ever do opposite track. Well, I change. You do not change for nobody. That's called people pleasing. You'll change for now. Comma for now. Down the road, you'll go back to your old ways. Trust, because that's what you've been doing. A lot of us do, but no one really forewarns us. What? That's what it's called, people pleasing. If you're trying to mold people, yes, they will change for you, comma for now. And I promise you, $1,000, the $1 billion don't have, they'll go back to the old ways. Why? Because it changed for you and not for themselves. That's what it's called, people pleasing. Trust me, if I knew all this shit, if did not exist, we will also the exact same bullshit lines, right? But you can pay it forward. But for you, you're gonna see a lot of people suffer, and they're gonna fall on their face really fucking hard. But if you can be there, reach out to them. I might want to watch it out. I know you feel on your face and it hurts, right? But when I was in your situation, at whatever age from you are, I put my hand out, no physical being. Prayed even God's hands, cool. Spiritual, religious beings, nothing wrong with that. But physical beliefs, physical beings, nobody's there. So I'm here for you, best as possible. Take my hand, let's figure out together why it failed, what you missed so it doesn't happen again. If it does, you haven't done comprehension yet. I can't do comprehension for you. I'm not God, Jesus, the universe. What? I can't take your pain from you at all. That's the type of people like, you gotta feel your feelings to comprehend your feelings to evolve in life. If you want to evolve in life, if you want to figure out what love is. If not, go through all these bodies, shed all these tears, let me know the outcome. I know the outcome, but let me know the outcome respectfully, And once again, for everybody out there, to forewarn you, like, a lot of people can handle rejection. That's why I say it a lot, emphasize it, because to forewarn you, no one's got to stay. It does not matter what you give, what you do. If you as one being, you cannot control and protect the energy, to forewarn you, when rejection happens, every single time it's going to hurt really fucking bad, because you will question your self-worth. Like I did, you overthink, try to figure this out, what did I do wrong? If you did the best you could, and you know you did, you didn't do shit wrong at all. For the most part, if you understand.
Rejection's a bitch.
It is because that's when you question your self-worth, and you overthink. And in your head, a billion scenarios. Maybe I could have loved them more. I could have, paid attention more, talked to them more. Like once again, if you did on the overall the best you could, then that's how you did the best you could. Maybe you was ready for love. They verbalized, I love you, I want to be with you, but they wasn't ready. A lot of people think and know what love is. They think they're ready for relationships, but they're not ready for it. That's why once again, if you want to be in relationships, I have these scenarios, open mind conversations. If not, I promise you, that's not gonna work out. Chase talks relationships, go back and forth, get stuck in the worst addiction, and the emotional and the spiritual trauma bonds. In your head, you need them. Without them, it can't function. They're suffering. If I leave them, I know they're gonna mess up. Yeah, they probably will mess up, but that's not your kid. But if you want to sit there and become their babysitter, then go for it. Once again, let me know the outcome. I know the outcome, but let me know the outcome respectfully. That's what my numbers are 12 and 7. So my one-on-ones, these platforms here in Seattle, allow me to speak to me because of my tattoo. We have this conversation, mental health, etc., etc. And I talk about the toxic relations with their exes, whatever, or their partners. I ask you, Queen, how long you been with them? 4 years. Well, I'm gonna give you numbers to put like fear in a positive manner. Plant a seed of fear. Go for it. You ready to do 7 years? It's like no. Okay, we give verbalize no. We'll find out if we still talk to each other. Whatever, a year from now, I'm asking the same question. You said 4 then. I've been talking to you now. It's 5 years now. So I ask you, I'm asking you every year. You ready to do 7 years? And it hits the 6 years. We got 1 more year. But don't worry, if you hit 7 years, I'm gonna give you another number. What's the other number? 12. Ready to do 12 years? Why 12? Well, my first baby mom 12 years too long, so I walked away. 7 years. That's the mother of boys. So she walked away. That's to do co-parenting. So I don't want you to become me and many of us. And remember this: I cannot do this for you. I cannot take the pain from you. Nothing. I can save you physically, sure. If I have money financially, sure, queen. But emotionally and spiritually, I'm not God of the universe. Nobody can do that for nobody at all. Once again, for everybody out there, nobody is a fixer, changer, savior. If you think you are, go find your face. Respectfully, go find your face, man. You know, and it's not even about being right. I love my one-on-ones here. See, I bet you was right. I was like, elaborate right about what? And they tell me, like, oh no, I was just forewarning you. I know in your eyes, you know, your side, you think I'm right because no, it's my personal experience. I already went through it. I comprehended 1,000. That's why I forewarned you which way you chose wrong. It's okay. The cool thing, if you're younger than I am, at least you remember this. You might feel like you're not winning, but here's the kicker. You're younger than I am, right? Here's the kicker. When I was your age, no healing journey. That terminology I heard in 2000 in Seattle, but not once did I research healing journey, mental health. All my tattoos, narcissist, empathist, my word, empath. None of my tattoos. I better start doing all the terminology, speaking like this at 39 in this lifetime. 18 hard 45 now. The last 6 years of my life, blessed. I won't ever deal with toxicity. What is toxic? If you don't comprehend what toxicity is, if from your exes, especially your toxic family, you're going to suffer for many years to be. I promise you that. I don't want you to get to that point. And you can point the finger, all my exes. Anyone says that corny ass line, all my exes are crazy, all my exes are toxic because you're crazy and you're toxic. Because all you know is toxic love.
Say the look, I feel like I might be the person that's toxic at this point.
Well, it's because if that's if your household is a child, right, your child trauma, quote unquote, if it's a toxic house with your parents or whoever knows, keep it simple, parents, right? Well, there's toxic love. Maybe a little love more on your mother's side, more like you see more empathetic wise. The father more narcissistic on the overall. That's toxic love every which way. To which I say it's a toxic love, broken, codependent relationship type of situation. So I think you go to middle school, high school, got bullying bullshit, right? And everyone's traumatized as fuck. And then magically in middle school, high school, you think you can potentially do love. If your parents are toxic and y'all both have toxic household, you think, I promise thousands, like I tell my kids, none of you know what love is. You have these feelings that are not even factual. You just don't comprehend that. Yeah, I know in your eyes, in your head, I think my dad's wrong. I know what love is. I go, bet. Say that, do that, and when they screw you over middle school, high school, let me know the outcome. I'll be here for you. Give me a word sentence, I elaborate, and you think, how you in my head? You might verbalize it or think to yourself, because you don't have to verbalize. It's just energy. I look at your eyes, like you're just thinking what I'm in your head. Cause I was you. Every word, you're the old version of myself. You're a young version of myself type of situation. That's what all my 8 kids. All you 8 kids, each age gap, that's, once again, you're the younger version of myself. I will hold your hand and guide you best as possible if you allow me to be. Oh, what's up, Mulan? How you doing? How's it going? Respectfully wise. That's it. For everybody out there, single parents and parents in general, your kids don't have to talk to you. A lot of us can't speak to our parents because why? We've been hurt by them. But we speak to anybody else's parents, other friends, quote unquote. That's why you give yourself grace, best as possible. Give your parents grace because they did the best they could. If your parents aren't talking about this, they don't know. My parents should have taught me better. How can they teach you better if they don't know better? I taught my 8 kids, why am I speaking to you now? I barely started speaking to you like this, healing your mental health on my tattoos 6 years ago. Well, almost 6 years ago. And there's your mothers, and there's your pops, aka stepfather. I don't got a partner, so I'm here talking to you still. I check on you guys every weekend. That's why now every weekend when I see them, I'm gonna I tell them, I'm doing okay. How are you? Oh, doing good, thank you. How's your health? How's family? How's life? Whatchamacallit? For everybody out there, if you want to do this, to test your mindset, I recommend these podcasts. You can watch them on YouTube for sure if you want to, but podcasts, when you're driving, traveling, working out, whatever. And once again, they're just speaking. You don't have to comprehend nothing at all. They're just telling stories. So I recommend Johnny Chang for religious talk. Once again, you can be atheist. He's just telling stories, And then Sati Tim, Buddhist teachings, and then counseling therapy. You can't afford them? Laura Wheeler, she's a beast. She's a fucking beast, And and one of her episodes, it must have been a month ago because I binged all of them, right? And she was saying which once again, I believe they say this saying to put fear in people. Hey, what's up, Angel? How you doing? How's it going? Welcome to the live. whatchamacallit, the healing journey is it's a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong process. She said it many, many times in her podcast, many times. And me personally, I'm working out, dashing, at my work job, whatever. I just every time I hear that from her and counseling therapist in general, I'm like, well, I get that part, but I already did my healing journey. So that's why terminology, healing journey, right? People could heal you, right? So you're trying to heal yourself, and when you healed, all my tattoos, they become your scars. You can talk about your ex-exes, child trauma. It's okay to like shed tears here and there, but if you're like, as long as you're not traumatized, once you let go, you be like, okay, cool. I comprehend why it happened to me. Yeah, they did me wrong. They sold me a dream, but it's okay. Oh, thank you for the gift, Angel. Thank you. Respect-wise, right? So she made a comment. She's like, if anyone actually is out there, like, healed, I believe that person would be boring. Like, on the overall, like, they're probably bored in general. And respectfully, I'm like, she's speaking to me, like, and I say respectfully wise, I'm just like, I'm trying to meet respect. When I say this line, right, this sentence, other beings like myself, there's a lot of people that for sure healing journey, awakening journey, some awakened, woke, like, they'll verbalize woke. And I tell people, okay, you can say terminology, my face tattoo even says woke, right? But if you're woke, quote unquote, then you can handle rejection. They can leave, they can ghost. The grieving journey is at your own pace, right? Because that's your grieving journey. But I'll ask you, like, okay, it's could have shed tears, but you've been shedding tears for 30 days, 60 days, a year now. And you say you're woke, respect to call you out. Obviously, you're awakened because you can't handle rejection. Like, it's been a year now. I'm sorry that left you, it fell apart, but to remind you, anybody can walk away. That is their choice of will. Nobody's got to stay. Every being in the universe, even if you're atheist, right? We have the two same gifts. Every day above ground, what is it? Choice and free will. So what are you choosing? What are you doing? What are they choosing? What are they doing? A premeditated choice. Well, you are not changing, you're choosing. End of story. Whatever other gifts you have after that, spiritual gifts, religious gifts, I tell people all the time, your beliefs aren't the issue. If you're bitching about each other as a toxic couple, you two are the issue behind closed doors. And that's the shit for me out there, So those people I recommend to the fullest. I love all three of them because, once again, they're like kind of like my mentors to test my mindset. Like, I don't know about breakup. They can walk away. What? I can have 20,000 kids. I'll do co-parenting. They can hate me. My exes, that's their choice of free will. I call anybody out. How can you say you hate somebody, but you believe in a higher source? Make that make sense. Respectfully, So, yeah. But once again, for everybody out there, just outsource to pay it forward. See, don't stay for too long, because if you stay for too long, nobody can get yesterday back. You know that, right? So that's why it's the sooner the better for yourself. And yes, you're gonna hurt people's feelings, but as long as you have a better environment for yourself, and you don't respect me said this to pay it forward, you don't do body up in the whole face or jump to relationships after relationships. If you are doing that, then you're a walking red flag. On top of that lets me know you're scared to be alone. You're scared to the type of codependency. I get it. I was you. I know 1,000% what you're going through. But once again, the day that you actually start detoxing from it, people will come and go. People will come and go. A zillion people in the whole universe. Why would you allow one person to come in your life and stress you and worry? Especially if you're working on your mental health. That's what I'm saying once again for everybody out there. If you're doing healing journey, mental health, why don't you date other people like you? But I get it. I was you. When you meet people in the healing journey, like love, quote unquote, you would think it's boring. If they're not,
there's not even a lot of people that are also like on the same page.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, that's why if you can't verbalize, which I recommend, like when I don't do dates, it's just one date and that's it. Verbalize it, like, yo, healing journey, terminology by chance. My situation potentially to be, hey queen, can you take any word in my body, any phrase, and tell me a story about it? Like, what do you believe it's about? I would love to hear your opinion, or potentially, your scenario, what you think about my tattoos. Why? Because they're my tattoos for a reason, and you want to date me, quote unquote, and you can't tell, and you're a woman, quote unquote, and you don't know anything about my tattoos, that it's not going to work out more likely. What? Because I want to talk about everything. If you and I are to be a couple, I'm a good scenario. If someone triggers you, I didn't do it to you. My intent is not to hurt you at all. With the truth, sure, 1,000%. Because you're not ready for the truth scenario, but once again, if an outside source hurts you and takes your energy, and then when you come home, we can't talk about it, because obviously you can smile on my face and say you're good, but if I know you, like, no, you're not good, verbalizing you sure you are, but you're not. So what's up with you? Who bothered you? Who took your energy? Because before this morning we're talking about lovey-dovey, etc. Kids, you go separate ways. I go to work, you go to work. I've been cool all day. Did I know through the text wise or phone call? I didn't hurt you at all. I didn't trigger you at all. So who took your energy? Well, I don't talk about it. So now I'm gonna get crucified. and you're gonna build walls and push me away in each space, right? Then why was it to call both of us out? I told the potential queen day one. So terminology, what are we doing here? What am I doing here? Respectfully, what? So that means you do that every single time. Then it's not gonna work out. And the positive, this is the verbal conversation. Hey, what's up, Amber? How you doing? Welcome to live. It's a verbal conversation. No physical touch. You know, we didn't exchange energy. TO6 intercourse, nothing. And sometimes queens be like, we haven't tried. Like, why would you want to try? We just did this in there together, and that's what you do. You build walls. It's not gonna work out. If I was you, I love saying this, you know, to trigger people. Like, I don't recommend it, but if I was you, the potential to be, tell them the same scenario. And if they build walls, you build walls. There it is. You're compatible. The downfall is more likely you both are shut down. You're upstairs. I'm downstairs. We can't talk to it, but we talk to every other but our partners. So you learn from your exes, which you did it prior, you want to do it again, you know? So that's what me as a being, I don't deal with toxicity. I won't deal with toxicity at all. So once again, because I worked on myself, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're used to toxicity, toxic love, when the day you get love, it's scary, trust. Initially it's scary, it's boring, it's just too good to be true. And then you're traumatized. Before they cheat, I'll cheat. Before they leave, you know, I'll leave. But let's just know that person's healing journey, they wasn't ever going to leave you. Then you're the one that's traumatized. You're self-sabotaging your life and the relationship, not knowing, because you don't know what love is, respectfully. Hey, how was the burger? Okay, so here's the kicker. Once again, everybody has, like, your body talks you for a vessel, right? My vessel is very delicate, got a sensitive stomach. That's why I'm buying my protein shakes tomorrow once again, because respectfully, like, the only thing I actually like love to the fullest, like, that I don't feel guilty, I don't feel wrong, is Asian food. That the fuck out. Mexican food, Spanish food is good, but too greasy, not good for me at all, messes me up. Burger joints, fast food, I'm like, I eat it, yes, I crave it, and when I eat it, just like, blah, I'm like, yeah, back to my protein shakes, into my own teriyaki Asian food, and that's it, respectfully. That's how your vessel talks to you. You know, if it's a quick food to eat, sure, but just try to balance your life and your eating habit best as possible, you know, because, yeah, after I finish, I'm just like, waste of money, not satisfying. But once again, like 11 o'clock at night, what's going on? And here in Seattle-wise, anyways, in general-wise, at nighttime, the feeds come out at night, you know, where I'm at Wendy's, big-ass line, people that don't know how to drive, apparently, and just, you know, cussing each other out. I'm like, bruh, homeboy's looking at me like, bruh, those two are talking to you. I'm just behind you. I didn't say nothing, man. Please don't get me involved. You guys situated. What's going on? Like, because there's the whole car in front of you, and they're in the street. If you just go a little forward, actually a whole car length, then guess what? They can squeeze in behind me. But you know, but it's all good. That's what me. I'm just trying to go in and out. That's it. In and out. I'm at my job now, and I stopped driving. I don't deal with no one at nighttime because they have those zombies. High drinking and driving, going to be bumper cars, the cops are up, ripping and running. Like, yeah, welcome to downtown Seattle, man. Big cities and shit. Your fees come out at night. It's the weekend. That's why I mean, as a being, I tell people, like, as a being, all see square circle zombies. So when there's people anywhere, in a car, in the business, you know, walking in the crowd, all I see is square circle zombies. If you're squares, I'm in the north side of Seattle for the most part. There are also a lot of them are squares. Empathetic people. This conversation may be Japanese to them, but I know they love them overall. I can vibe with them. I don't know about none of them. They were about me, you know, because I was like 10 kilo type of situation, right? A hoodlum, prison tattoos, right? So the south side, that's a bunch of circle of zombies. The ghetto hoods, circle of zombies, very little squares. If they're there, fuck, you know, they're probably just trying to chill with people best as possible. They don't want war. But then obviously if you're a loving, empathetic person, everybody wants your energy because you will make them feel good. If you can't control and protect it, everybody will take your shit. They'll take all your shit. They'll deplete you. And then when you want help, put your hand out. All the people you help, what do you get? Crickets. You know, respectfully. Not hungry now. Yeah. The vegetables always sit right with me out of all food. Oh yeah, vegetables and fruits. I love fruits. Fuck yeah. Eating fruits, I'm rolling. So tomorrow I'm gonna buy hella veggies and then fruits, and once again get my protein shakes. I just do my protein shakes. I'm chilling. So that's just the physical vessel. So once again, after this, I go to the gym. Once again, you can be physically fit at gym brat. I'm happy for you, but don't forget the balance of your, you know, you're a gym brat. Cool, you're physically fit. Now upstairs with your mind, are you emotionally, spiritually fit? What? Can you have these conversations? If not, yeah, well, you don't have to do respectfully wise, you know. Fruits have the highest vibrations of all foods, 1,000 for sure. And once again, that's the physical vessel. I'm living this. It's gonna sound crazy when I say this. This is like the religious spiritual universe, you know, like quantum and bullshit. I'm living this human experience to my last dying breath. Idea of faith, there's afterlife, reincarnation you know, I go different timeline, but here's the kicker: if that's factual to foreign people, you're doing this bullshit all over again. It's like I work in computers, so once again, the computer, if it has a virus and bullshit, I'm a Scott type of situation, right? So if it has viruses, I just back up your files and I just erase the operating system. Why use software to find? Because viruses nowadays tedious. Goes to this computer talk, registry files. I'm not gonna go digging, wasting all my time. Fuck all that, respectfully. How about just back up your main files? If you have software you installed, the idea that you bought it, you got a key code or not, you can email the people. You'll figure it out. I'll help you figure out, you know, every which way. And once I erase the drive, there's the such an operating system. All its promises are gone, you know? So as beings, we kick the bucket and then we do this again, different timeline, quote unquote. You got to do all the same shit again. Toxic parents, bullies on bullshit. You go middle school, high school, catch his feelings. And then magically one day, something's going to spark for you to start the healing journey. Mental health. And then maybe you're like, oh, I got this bullshit all over again. Yeah, that's the same my number, 39. In this lifetime, 39. I pray to God, the universe, next lifetime, I'll be fucking like 10 years old. 7 years old. Here's the terminology, and then from there, while I'm studying the shit, I used to be a bookworm, you know. Not once did I think to research any of those words in my body at all. That's why I have a mommy for a reason to pay it forward. Like, what's these words for? You have my cell phone. You have a cell phone. Type it in YouTube. Type it in there. You know what's an empath? What's a narcissist? Deflection, healing journey, mental health, anxiety, overthinking. Just type it in there and push enter. Videos, forums, TikToks, Reels, there's all these resources. You don't have to comprehend, but here's the kicker. I just planted a seed for your mental health. You should want to talk to yourself with your personal feelings, but you don't have to. You can be too empathetic wise and worry about everybody else's feelings, and you want to become Superman, Superwoman, and try to save them. Go find your face. And when you take your energy once again, let me know how it feels. Me as a being, I can control and put my energy every which way. Nobody can take it from me. Don't have a little stress. Obviously, my kids, but that's kids. I sometimes forget they don't know this conversation yet. So that's why I try to like be more mindful of my words with them. Because I actually be like, you bully them. I'm like, I bully them in a positive manner because I'm trying to for one so they don't become us. Remember this. I see them on the weekend. So you and your hubby have 6 days a week. I basically have 1 day. Basically, if you break down time, it's like what 4 times 12, 40. What is it? Let me see. Yeah, 40 times. I see them 40 times a year, basically. Maybe potentially twice a week sometimes, if I can afford it, because it's like $150 round trip to go back and forth type of situation for basically 24 hours, you know. So that's the time my kids now. I'm gonna cherish time with you guys and teach you, educate you as best possible. So you might be boring, but none of your schools will teach you the shit I'm talking about. You're gonna be middle school, high school, and these little corny ass relationships, and you're gonna destroy each other. And after that, you're so traumatized that fucking you won't give your all anymore. Fuck love, all the shit we all say, you know. And then what? Oh, OMG, I love your hair. Are you diabetic? Thank you for the compliment. No, I'm not diabetic, you know. And for everybody out there, I'll bullshit if I eat wrong or eat like sugar and stuff. Like a customer bought us donuts, right, at the shop. And I'll be like loud, because people get offended, like diabetes. And they look at me like, I'm just bullshitting, guys. That just means I'm going to eat wrong. All that sugar, you know, not good for you. But thank you for the donut, you know. You know, diet pills, like, you know, guaranteed lose love handles. I like to bullshit, have fun. Like, the intent, I like to have fun, you know, once you figure this out to the fullest. If not, it's not going to, you know, you'll be stressing every which way. So, as a forewarning, a box of type 2 diabetes. Facts. And I think potentially my, either the computer, the internet lagged out, or, someone reported my live on Meet Me. I'll find it right now. I'll try to reopen it again. It could be lagging potentially wise. These are older phones anyway, so let me see. Gotta do it again. Pooh. Sorry, guys. And then I'm gonna play some clips real fast, guys, because I'm using my main phone to save this on my Twitch, because once again my iPhones, I don't know what happened to them. They just don't. They record this live session upside down. So I use my other phone, which I have like 6 cell phones on me. So play these clips. I remember when I play these clips, not my clips, people's clips. And now just elaborate. If you want to jump in the box or comment away. And the cool thing, once again, I push play. I'm not speaking, somebody's speaking. It's a scenario. And from there, I try to figure out, like, if it triggers you or, brings trauma back from your past with your ex-exes, like, if you're doing this healing journey, the intent is to see, like, what would you do in this scenario now if you was in their shoes type of situation,
Deals with addiction. What scriptures can I talk to them about to kind of help them with this? Addiction is a stronghold. It's not sheer willpower that's going to get them through it. I think you being vulnerable with them is most important. You can be there for them. Hey, I understand you don't want to be like this. You can speak about Romans 7:15. I know you don't want to be like this. And it's not you. It's the enemy inside of us doing these things. But be cautious with that. Because people who are in addiction are also very repulsed by the word of God. You have to meet people where they're at. So one scripture for you will be 1 Corinthians 9:22. Apostle Paul says, I am all things to all men so I can save some of them. Your job is not to thump them because they're already being oppressed, right? And they're confused about whether it's from God, whether it's from Satan. You have to sit there and say, I'm here for you, and God, is going to work on you. And if you need anything from me, I'll speak to you. Obviously, draw boundaries. Don't let them use you with money and stuff like that. That happens. But you got to sit there and go, I'm praying for you, and then go to war for them in prayer. Have you heard of the man with the palsy where they broke off the roof and lowered him down? That man did not believe in Jesus, but the faith of his friends, it says, you are healed. So continue to have faith and believe in that scripture. Yes, you're going to save them. You've already sent them to Jesus 2,000 years ago. Let them walk in that truth. They're being deceived right now. Lord, please pluck them away from Satan and keep them in under your wings, okay? All right, sister.
Thank
Amen.
And that's, I touched the subject with addiction wise, right? So, like, there's two trauma bonds, right? The worst addictions, the physical trauma bonds, that's my tattoos for a reason, to bully people in a positive manner. That's all the zombies, addicts, and addiction. You don't see my tattoos. I'm wearing my hoodie. Vertically, it says zombies, addicts, stuck in addiction. Think about before that zombie says weak, because respect when I say this, no addict is strong at all. They become strong when they start the healing journey, reach out for help, rehab, and the downfall. This is a recipe to my brother. He taught me this, because once again, I comprehend addiction. I have no personal experience at all. Like, I didn't want to fall to that, because family grew up with the bullshit, alcoholics with booger, sugar, coke heads type of situation. I'm in Seattle, back in Seattle. Seattle, big cities, was buying drugs. You request a drug, everyone throws shit on the table. A buffet of drugs, choose your flavor, and that it could be, once again, the first and last one. It can get you stuck type of situation. Like, yo, then if you visually see your family and friends, even partners fucking doing, drugs and bullshit, alcohol, drugs and Skittles, aka pills, and they're cooked, they're frozen, they ain't doing shit. Like right here at work, some people like they're at the bus stop, because I do test drive for alignments for vehicles. I work at a mechanic shop, and they're at the bus stop just chilling. You got the zombie, they're cooked. He's frozen, fucking leaning, rocking, and they don't magically fall. He's cooked. Like, so, I got all my 8 kids. I go, once again, when they see that in the streets or their side of town, they're like, yo, Dad, what's up with them? What's up with them? Oh, watch it out. Here's the kicker. Like, you have homeless people that have been traumatized and they don't deal with people at all. Then you have people like that right there that are zombies or cooked. They don't feel none attached to these feelings, so they get high, they get drunk. Right now, they're having a little trip. They can tell you when they're sober up, I spoke to God, Buddha, the universe, whatever. Yeah, but now you come back to reality. The vessel, all my tattoos, all these triggers. What we do, we trigger these feelings, these traumas, and bullshit. Not you don't feel them, go become a zombie again. And every time you become a zombie, you'll see God, the universe, your other family. I've heard so many stories. Yeah, that's beautiful. Sounds like a beautiful story. But once again, maybe in that realm, when you're on your trip, everything's beautiful. But now you're sobered. I'm talking to you physically. I'm asking you once again to trigger you. What do you do with your feelings? If not, be like Forrest Gump and run. But here's a kicker. I'll call you out. I tell zombies in Seattle all the time. Respectfully, even my one-on-ones. Your God and love is horizontal. Man-made bullshit. What the religious talk? What did the devil offer? The devil Lucifer saved and offered Jesus. Man-made bullshit, worldly shit. And Jesus said, I'm good. So once again, what I say now, because it's sponsored by Johnny Chang, my God and love is vertical. If your God and love is horizontal, man-made world is not going to work out. We could be associates. I could be your support team friend. I would trigger you every which way, because every time you brag about your car, money, power, and fame, but you're still toxic as a person. You and your partner are still toxic. There's a problem. What are you doing with them? But go make more money, yes, and still bitch about your partner, bitch about your household. That beautiful mansion you just bought, it don't shed a tear for no being. That mansion will go through so many beings in a lifetime, and not once will it shed a tear for any being out there. But yes, it's a beautiful mansion, a beautiful car, you know? So once again, the intent is to being like, do not fall to become, everyone's here no matter what rock bottom. If you hit rock bottom, you become a zombie because you don't feel his feelings. You're scared to be alone. All my tattoos for a reason. But once again, for my brother wise, like he told me, like, the downfall, we trying to say that people that are addicts, you need to become sober. They fight the feeling, the urge, because they know the taste, they know the experience. That's why if something happens, and I talked to a lot of them. Like, I'm in a scenario, I'm happy you've been sober with 4, 5, 10 years, all that good stuff is phenomenal. But the day that you go through the breakup, can you handle rejection? Or fuck these feelings, break sobriety, and you go back to that. Because you know exactly what's going to happen to you. Right? And you wake up fucking 4 days later, magic in the fucking park. And somehow you survive for 4 days. You don't know what the hell happened to you, you know? So that's the situation. That's the thing I comprehend addiction, but I'm not physical experience because I didn't become a zombie. And that's why my terminology gets your attention. It's to bully in a positive manner. And on top of that, yes, for one, people like a lot of addicts, aka zombies, they don't tell you they went out to by the way, we don't just to let you know I'm alcoholic, the blues, ice, for any type of situation. So the day that you find out your partner is a zombie, even kids are involved to make it worse, to escalate it more. Once again, they're preparing you wise, what are you choosing, what are you doing? Through the thick and thin, as a partner, or if you have kids, you be set in a positive manner, you take your kids away from the situation. Do cooperate as best as possible. It'll probably trigger her and him. If it's too toxic, parallel parenting, you know? I'm actually at the point, you know what? I don't want to see you nor the kids. All my tattoos, they become a deadbeat mother, deadbeat father, but you don't want your kids to grow up around that at all, you know? No matter what, they be traumatized because the family fell apart, but you elaborate it out. You don't. This is Japanese to you. I know you want to see your mom and dad together. The downfall is it's not a healthy environment. I need a hug, cyber hug, all day, every day. You know what's up, Amber? What you gonna call it? And that's for me out there, you know, to pay it forward. That's why I do all these clips for you guys, go live for you guys, so you put yourself in that scenario. And if you do in that scenario magically, the door's right there. Run. If no kids are involved, go to that door. Don't ever look back. I know once again I'll make it sound so easy. You know, don't feel guilty. Yes, you're gonna hurt the feelings. They got to manipulate. You're giving up on us. You give up the relationship. Like, no, you give up on us by lying to me and lying to yourself that you're not a zombie, but you was. You know, you're not toxic, but you was. You're not jealous, but you was, and you are. Now I'm seeing true colors. They keep red flags. That's why your XX right. My neck tattoo. Once you comprehend them, all the red flags you missed, the boundaries that they passed, that you passed, which you accept and tolerated. The next potential to be as you observe it, you verbalize boundaries. If they don't respect you, no matter to respect them, you don't be with them. You don't hurt their feelings, it's okay. Their feelings, not your feelings. But you can elaborate. Yo, like, do you want to elaborate to why I'm squashing this with you, why I won't give you a shot? And they don't have to comprehend what you're about to tell them. It gets to trigger them because remember, you can handle rejection, they can't. That's why they talk to bullshit cause scene type of situation. A lot of people go, more in the military, can't handle rejection, especially in the ghetto hoods. I tell kids all the time, you want to go downtown, see how the south side, the ghetto hoods, and you know, when these boys hit you up, not fucking hit you up, they can't handle rejection. They can be emotionally, spiritually, potentially physically abusive because you told them no, or if you lie to them, you give them a bogus ass phone number and they pop in your mouth because they'll call there and then, and they be like, oh, that's not even you, and here we go, altercations. So if you know your mom is toxic, why do you want to go to the streets? Dead the fuck ass. But once again, I have compassion for the universe. I don't feel sorry for the universe. Everyone's robotic. Every scenario is robotic every which way. Now you as a being, what are you choosing? What are you doing type of situation, right? So once again, you as a being, if you got family and friends that are zombies, have compassion for them best as possible. Be their best as possible, but don't let them take energy best as possible either, because that's not your kid. Be their best supporter best as possible, and that's it. And tell them, reach out for help. The more people in your support team, the better for yourself. That's how you evolve a lot faster. But once again, people that are zombies or ex-zombies, the day that something triggers them, the day they don't go back to what they know, because they know that feeling, it'll make you feel good, yes. You're high, you're drunk, you're cooked for the time being. Like me, when I do psychedelics, shrooms, once again, to forewarn people when you do shrooms type of situation, like it can be good for your mental health, but to forewarn you, if you're too traumatized, do not take it. If you do your microdose, you definitely have people around you to watch over you, because once again, you become a zombie, And in your little trip type of situation, maybe you think you're just chilling, but you're actually moving around. You can actually get out of your vehicle, go into the street and get hit. That's why if you're doing that type of situation, you have someone watch over you every which way. On top of that, it's all your feelings amplified like 1,000 times fold. So if fear kicks in, like I haven't done it for like 6-7 months because I had a negative/positive trip, and you cannot stop it. When it's going bad, it's gonna be a bad trip until the high goes away officially. And even then, like this, now I know why they say like aliens don't talk. You know, it's telepathy. Honestly speaking, by doing that, like it's like work. It's too much energy just to speak. Dead ass. Like I would just speak to you like telepathy wise with my mind, but that's not factual because you gotta be a physical being and use a language to speak to people type of situation. So that's why sometimes I'm just like, maybe in the future, maybe in this lifetime, not, you know, the AI, if I, you know, wake up and I can speak for me without actually me verbally physically open my mouth, you know, it can read my mind. So once again, that's why I haven't touched it for so long, but because I got greedy in my situation, I was trying to speak to higher beings. Respect when I say this, like there's only in this lifetime so far, I once spoke to so many beings that I can actually have deep conversations with. Only certain people, and that's it. Everybody else, I have conversations. Deep, they're not there yet, because because I go straight to the point. A lot of people do like easy. That's why I say that saying to trigger people. Life's pathetically easy with a cherry top. You just don't know that, yet. What? You don't know what I know yet. You know, but everything you're going through, oscillations, trauma, mental health, insomnia, you have to overage myself. I comprehend 1,000% what you're going through. But once again, if you want to talk about it, we don't have to. I respect your boundaries. Remember, there's all terminology to get people's attention, because the idea is to respect them best as possible. Don't be a Bible thumper and you have to speak to me. You know, please elaborate. No, like no one has to talk to you. You know, because that's their personal experience. Maybe people prior hurt them, the past or present type of situation. You know, that's why just be patient best as possible and just don't waste too much energy on people. Once again. You reach out, you plant a seed, and that's it. If they want to reach out to you and talk to you again, cool. If not, you don't have to. Just go on your day, go on your life. You don't have to pay it forward every which way.
I got a question. It's about a man.
I thought you said. No, I'm not going to ask what happened.
So I'm talking to someone, right? And he's not even doing the stuff that he said he was gonna do. And it's like we are always arguing, going back and forth. And it's like it's pissing me off because it's literally he's my 13th reason for me saying fuck all men.
Okay. So what do you mean he's not doing what you thought he was going to be doing? You had expectations for him?
I mean, yeah, like I want my man to do things that's gonna make me happy, and he's only doing like 30% of that.
Did you told him that?
Yes.
And he's still not doing it?
Yes.
So why are you still going back and forth with him instead of just not talking to him anymore?
Because if you say you want to get to know me and take me out, why aren't you doing those things?
Because he's showing you exactly who he is. We all have this delusion in our minds where like we just expect people to act like how we want them to act, and it's like that person doesn't exist. Whoever they're showing you, that's literally who they are. And then when they don't act like the person that we have in our mind, we get upset instead of just leaving.
Right. And it's stressing me out because why is he being so stupid?
Because that's not your person. Why are you forcing him to be something he's not?
You're making too much sense right now, and it's pissing me off because you're a man.
The fact that you have to kind of be asking about somebody is already the biggest red flag. Anybody who really likes you and wants to get to know you is not going to have you second guessing them. People really be getting heartbroken for no reason. Like, delete the expectations you have of them in your mind and leave. Move on.
Child, I guess.
You still gonna do what you want to do, huh?
Yeah.
Alright.
What's the lady that you doing? And that's the shit we have to remember. That's a potential. That ain't your boyfriend, girlfriend. So you can expect have expectations of people, potential partners, but if you know if they say they want to chill with you, but they don't, anybody can make time for anybody whenever they want to. That is their choice, Phil. But once again, they don't have to. So if you meet them halfway and you're doing your part and you're offering love, right? being patient, etc. And you're doing your part. They can verbalize, text you, yeah, I'll be there, I'll meet you, type of situation, and now it's like, having excuses. Anybody likes anybody actually interested in somebody will make time for anybody. Especially the local. If you're behind a fucking screen, money type of situation, to form people, you catch your feelings for a cyber person, and you're in different states to do LDRs, long distance relationships. That's it's very tedious. If you both have the fun to go back and forth, that's what that people like. You gotta like, as one, being best as possible, control and protect the energy, because if you do LDRs and it fails, and remember, let's say you never met each other, you just cyber, phone calls, video chat, all good stuff, and then you go through breakup. Like type of, okay, to remind you that was the cyber person. Technically, you don't really exist, because physically you never saw each other. There was no physical touch at all, right? So if you're going to break up now and it hurts, imagine physically it'd be way worse than that. So try and learn from this. With side people, control and protect the energy best possible. But behind the screen, you can potentially be some badass partners, right? But you gotta be realistic on the overall. Like, can we make this work? Especially when kids are involved. They got kids. They say they're cooperating on both sides. Let's say everything's smooth on both sides, and that's a potential badass partner. The downfall is like, you got distance. Co-parenting is going on both sides. How do you please everybody that everybody wins? Your ex co-parenting, their ex co-parenting, the kids, everything. It's a big situation you're about to get into, So that's why they intend not to overinvest, overthink. Because when you're too empathetic wise, what do? We overlove, we overthink. We overthink, we could be a cute couple, get married, have cute kids. Like, why are you in the future, in the gray area, down the rabbit hole? And if let's say they say no, it would have worked out potentially wise if you was closer, and now they burst your bubble and they hurt your feelings, but actually you hurt your own feelings not knowing, because you deep in the rabbit hole, you're too much in the future. Don't do that to yourself. That's how you self-sabotage. So once again, but if it's a local potential wise, like what she's complaining about, like, yo, like, you realize your expectations, your standards, and they say verbally, I'm going to match it, do it, quote unquote. Like, once again, tattoo my right arm. I can add space. I believe there's space to it. I'm gonna add to it. So it's a lyric. It's a loop, a hook from a song. I forget who the artist is. When I remember who it is, if I find him again, then whatchamacallit, I'll say his name. But for the time being, I don't know who it is. I apologize. But he says, just don't listen with your ears. Listen with your eyes too. If there's space, I'm gonna add to it. Actions speak out the words. So they can say they'll make time for you, but they always have excuses. Then guess what? If you're making time, then you're meeting halfway. You are love. And they're having bullshit excuses. My tattoos, they're SOS stuck on stupid. 1 + 1 = 0 answer. Fucking excuses. They are toxic love. So if you're love and lust and they're toxic love and lust, you're trying to do opposite attract. You will give your all. I know you will. 1,000% you'll override yourself. The downfall, you not knowing you will self-sabotage your life. And you allow yourself to get destroyed. And you allow yourself to get cheated on, they left you, ghosted, whatever you went through. You let happen to you, not knowing, because you don't know this conversation, yet. That's what, like, Johnny Chang says. I believe he says something like this, like, God puts a comma where everyone puts a period at, which is factual. You're suffering, period, right? Which I say comma, for now. What? For now you're suffering. That pain, it's for now. What do you mean it's for now? It's not forever. If you allow it to be forever, it shall be forever. Trust me, in other words, myself, I hated myself, disliked myself with my father, nothing against my pops. Give him grace in this conversation. My first baby mom, they forget myself type of situation until I was 39. 18 at heart, 45 now. That last 6 years of my life blessed. I just tell stories now. So that's it, nothing more, nothing less, That's exactly right, because the real happiness is in the present. 1,000, yeah, every which way. And this is from X, which I would love to play this clip, but it's on my main phone. Once again, I'm having issues with my iPhones, with Twitch, because for some reason when I record, it's upside down. I don't know what's going on with iPhones, with Twitch. It could be server issues. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, I have a cross right here, cross tattoos, a bunch of crosses. Crosses for X. Tentacion, rest in peace, Jose Onfroy. And I got this from him. Like, once again, I'm always like replaying his clips. His fans promote his stuff on all these platforms. And I reheard it maybe like a couple weeks ago. And it's true what he says. And rest in peace to him. June 18th, this year, be 8 years he's been gone. So that's why it's a cross tattoos, the tree of life, and it's a 20 on the side, his tattoo, right? And why 20? If you call everybody out, if you're 20 years old or younger, Teach me something positive in life about mental health healing journey. Respectfully, I got 25 years on you. I've heard it all. I've heard God, Buddha, the universe. Teach me about the healing journey. And if they can't respect you, I call him out. Then guess what? X beats you. And he's been gone for almost 8 years. But here's the kicker. You have a lot of healing to do. If I recommend it, start it. If not, then stay lost in the sauce. And then from there, suffer for years to be, right? But anyways, X says, happiness. He's like, I don't like, they ask me, what makes you happy? He's like, I don't like happiness. The word happy, it's fake. And that's very factual. To be happy, it's a dopamine high. That's what people will make you feel good. And man-made BS, aka bullshit, will make you feel good. That's called happiness. It's called the dopamine high. It makes you happy for now, for now. Strive for, like I said, strive for joy. Joy's forever. Now, I got that from him. Like, that's deep ass shit. That's beautiful as fuck. That's what boys and girls are too narcissistic. They just strive for the happiness, dopamine high, but then they become bored, and that's when the bottom happen the whole phase, or relationship after relationship, because they don't know how to be joyous with themselves. They don't know how to love themselves at all. And a lot of people they don't know what love is. They think is not knowing. Trust me, I barely comprehended what love is at 39 this lifetime. 18 at heart, 45 now, 6 years of my life blessed. Like, nothing against my exes, my past pain, my toxic stuff, trauma. They don't know. We didn't know. I didn't know. That's why as beings with such a healing journey, give yourself grace. And then give your parents grace. And respect, I say this, it's a triggering comment, but respectfully, it's factual. Like, remember this, your family doesn't ever have such a healing journey. You can like plant seeds and mention it a little bit. And on top of that, you might have mentioned about the healing journey, mental health, but drop like words or phrases, but you never emphasized it. The day you start your healing journey, and whatever your higher source is, whatever you believe is now, people think, family and friends think you're crazy. That like, you lost it, you're doing drugs, you should be in a loony bin. Like, nah, I want to feel my feelings. And from there, I can tell you're toxic, so I'm walking away from you. But I'm your family, I'm your cousin, I'm your kid, I'm your best friend. Yeah, you was type of situation. I'll show up from a distance, but I don't deal with toxicity. I'm just trying to have a better life, a better environment. Respect. If you ever want to have the healing journey, I'm here for you. Whenever you want to. I'm not my terminology, I'm not a Bible thumper. I don't force my way upon nobody. You do whatever you want to do with your life, but I just don't want you to see yourself suffer forever. If you suffer, the question is for how much for longer, So, that's similar to all the shit I say, guys, respectfully. No one has to comprehend me at all. That is your choice, free will, every which way. So once again, potential to be. That's why, as a being, learn to know your exes, the red flags you missed, the boundaries they passed that you passed, what you try away from them, aka you accepted, aka compromised, because the potential to be, as it's happening, you realize boundaries, and remember that to inform you, because people preach about boundaries just to let you know, no one should respect them. If you don't respect them, what are you choosing? What are you doing? Sit to entertain, fight for the toxic relationship to be, or be a selfish positive manner and just walk away. Chill out, baby, I love you, but I miss love more. It's not gonna work out. I gotta go. And yes, that's that hurt the feelings. That's once again, anyone that cannot handle rejection, because you know how to handle your feelings. No one's got to stay. For everybody out there to pay forward, no one's got to stay. And when they leave you, respect and say that, which is triggering comment. It does not matter to leave you respectfully. They can break up with you. They can cheat on you, divorce you, ghost you, or leave you. That is their choice, free will. That's what, once again, I didn't know this till, once again, 6 years ago. I've been knowing certain things, but I've been keeping it to myself respectfully, because it's highly impossible. All these platforms, all these realms, all these universes, I'm the only one saying the terminology to make it like black and white, very simple, not this fucking calculus formula of bullshit with your mental health. No, like all this thing with like BPD, MPD, ADHD, I just keep it simple. All my tattoos, those are called triggers. Your triggers and feelings, on 2 categories: whom triggered it, whom, physical beings, or what triggered it, man-made bullshit. What is stressing you? Is it bills? Is it your work? What is it? And physical beings, and we comprehend who is it or what is it. What are you gonna do with your feelings? What are you about to do that scenario type of situation? That's why, once again, I've been knowing a lot of this, but I just kept it to myself. To study other people's platforms, their podcasts, YouTube video, all these people that are influencers, quote unquote, all these platforms. I'm like, dude, it's highly impossible. I'm the only one saying this. I'm not God, Jesus, the universe, and part of it, quote unquote. We're all Christ conscious when you become woke type of situation, but I don't have the power to take anyone's pain away from nobody. But once again, when it comes to like terminology wise and mental health, highly impossible. But If I'm the only being, so be it. You know, maybe in the next lifetime there's other beings to be to have these conversations. If not, I just do this shit day by day. Baby says for everybody out there, for you guys.
How old are you?
I'm 47.
Let's say I wanted to take you out on a date. How much should I spend on that first date?
It doesn't matter. If there's a connection, it could be hot dogs in the park.
No, did you feel the same way when you were 22?
No.
What was the difference?
Educating myself, wisdom, being on the earth, understanding that someone can have means, but it doesn't mean they have to like show it right away. It's about connecting with someone.
What would the expectation have been back then as opposed to, now?
I think more of looking for someone to take care of me as opposed to looking for someone that is going to be a partner that's going to complement what I'm already doing and what I've already got going on. I'm not going to be triggered or attached to any old patterns or old ways of picking someone. And I'm fine if I don't wind up having someone. I'm a whole person and
That's all you need.
that's all I need.
How old are you?
And that's the thing with mindset. Is the idea is the older you get, the wiser you get, quote unquote, right? But age is nothing but a number. For the most part, it's called the maturity level. 18-year-old has the maturity level of a 100-year-old, a 100-year-old maturity level of an 18-year-old. But the idea is that as you get older, especially which I recommend to the fullest, start your healing journey, have a real support in these conversations. If not, you just be on a journey like many of us are, which I call them NPCs, entertainment blue pillars, the movie Matrix talk wise. They're just entertainers. Like their God and love becomes like I'm my old version of myself. Horizontal, man, bullshit. I get better cars, more money, power, and fame. Compete about man bullshit, debate about man bullshit, but we can't debate about our personal homes and our mental health. But we can debate about worldly bullshit, As you get older, once again, the intent is that you learn to love yourself and date yourself, and then you comprehend what love is and what you want from a potential partner. And once again, potentially, maybe if you're more on the waking woke journey, you can handle rejection. If not, that's why I plant seed of fear. I'm gonna tell my bag. It's gonna say next month. Fear in a positive manner, as if a warning. Did you know anyone could break up with you? Anyone could cheat on you? Anyone could divorce you? Anyone could ghost you and leave you whenever they want to? That is their choice of people. When they do, and which they shall, how will you react? How will you respond? Or do you live fear scared of that? Can you handle rejection respectfully? All the little saying be tied on my back. On my back, I have a big cross tattoo for whether it's a Catholic, to attract everybody, all the religious people, the atheists. We see it across, oh, he must be religious. Like, I'm religious, I'm spiritual, but I keep it simple. Once again, what? And then on top of that, when the rejection does happen, the breakup, the words does happen, what you gonna call it, welcome to Seattle, man, the freaks come out at night. That's why, I pray for the people out there, but once again, a lot of people don't know this conversation. Like I was telling my ex-wife, and I was talking about, I was telling her what you gonna call it, I was like, a lot of people go out, right, and they don't know this conversation, because they don't know what energy is. So as one being, my tattoos, coding talk, coders, all you see zeros and ones. That's coding talk, right? All these program software, coder talk is zeros and ones. Me as a being, healing journey, I see squares, circles, zombies. Squares is love, empathetic people, empath, empathist. On the overall, you're a good person, right? Circles, to narcissistic wise, aka you want to use the terminology of narcissist. Those are what my terminology. That's the bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girls, the bullies, racist. Then the rest of all of us, the zombies. Those are addicts and addiction. So you have 3 energies in one building. The squares are always going to lose. Circle zombies going to destroy the fuck out of them. And the circle zombies together, they know each other. They can't tolerate each other. That's why I think they bully people that are squares. Like the over must have too pathetic wise. Because we're too soft. We don't want war. We want to keep peace. Yeah, it'll cost you everything in fucking life. Have them by your side. Especially as a partner. Why I think everyone's like, damn, they can see who wears the pants in the household. All that corny out terminology wise, yeah, because the person that wears the pants is the one too narcissistic, too controlling. And the person too empathetic wise, we're called people pleasers, we don't want war. And we sit there and we fucking pray, but I manifest that magic in one day. The universe is making a partner. Like my first baby mom, 12 years too fucking long. And did she ever change her ways? Fuck no. 0. But on my tattoos for a reason. I don't fuck with no girl from the ghetto hoods. Only if she's a woman that's in the healing journey, preferably a waking woke journey. These conversations, if not, it's not going to work out. That's my one thing in Spanish 101. If you ever hear me say de la calles, That's what my one-on-one people that regulars come to these platforms in Seattle. When they see they'll say that like I is, because if you don't know speak Spanish, that's the only word they know in Spanish, right? Scenario, but they know what they're talking about. The ghetto hoods, that's a circle to the fullest. That's a fuckboy fuck girl. They're like I is, don't fuck with the like I is, man. They'll take everything from you. Yeah, here she's cosmetically beautiful, but I'm gonna tell them this from somewhere. They're all they like I, all your circle zombies. You're all good for the streets, toxic love. You're not good for the homes, love respectfully. You're good for recreational use. I might even put the trigger more. You're just good for beating, and that's it. What? You're not good for the homes. Every home you go to, every building, you are the issue. 1,000%. I already know that shit. Because you cannot control your triggers. That's if you become triggered, the devil comes out of you, and you're fuckboy fuck rolls. You're emotionally cheap and you're physically cheap. I already know all that. All my tactics for a reason, Like my coworker, he's like, I was petting his dog, right? He's like, what's this say right here? I was like, oh, does that A say? Yeah, it's A and B. Jada and Will Smith, the actors, the power couple, yeah. So monogamy, A and B, Jada and Will Smith, my partner and I, and that's it, right? So what's up with the C to Z August? Because she did an entanglement with August, their friends, talking about their kid's friend. And entanglement, proper word, but it's called cheating. He started laughing. That's some deep ass shit. That's what you have the tattoo for, yeah. He goes to the phone, social media, third party, and he goes to the Jada August entanglements. Yeah, and we all love each other. Go to church on Sunday, every fucking Sunday, say amen. And once again, God's not the issue. Your belief's not the issue. The Bible's not the issue. The church is not the issue. It's the beings in the church that are the issue. More than the men's side, more narcissistic. Respectfully, that little saying when I piece it together correctly wise, I'd be telling my body, well, like, yo, I keep it simple. Yo, you as a toxic couple, your beliefs are not the issue because your beliefs are not being toxic. You two, as physical beings, are the issue. So you can sit there and go to church together, read the Bible, the Quran, Buddhism, whatever you believe in. Your beliefs are not being toxic. You two are being toxic to each other, one more than the other. The question is, why are you doing it to each other and for how much for longer? For both of you bitch about each other, I bitch about doors. The door's right there. I know it's gonna hurt, but whenever you're ready to, you can leave it there. You can't leave today, try tomorrow. The sooner the better. And when you do leave, that you don't go back or you give another chance or chances. But that is your choice for real. If you do, don't worry. I'll give you grace. I was you. Give so many fucking chances, and yeah, and that's why I say I'll be from knowledge to the fullest. Broken record, make it straight to the point, because to put fear in you, that's why anyone could leave, called rejection. On top of that, the breakups hurt a lot because what? The victim mindset, you can say initially, I give him 7 years, I give him 12 years, I give him 50 kids, yeah. Victim mindset, when you start doing, which is once again, that's just the healing journey. The awakening journey, less energy in your ex, more energy in yourself. Now you do terminology. We gave each other 7 years. We gave each other 6 kids and so on and so on. Yes. Now you're doing accountability. You're still potentially might betray a little bit about them, but you're trying them to let go. You don't become something better. Hateful. You think about your ex, it takes all your energy. None of that shit. You're evolving. That's beautiful, So that's what we're telling my back for everybody out there to plant the seed of fear once again. Because everyone bitches about, once again, the victim mindset because you actually give so much time, right? So it's going to say, you and I cannot get nor buy back what God the man can make it to nobody. What is it? Love, time, feelings. When you comprehend that, why do you waste your love, your time, your feelings around people around you, especially by side as a partner? Make that make sense respectfully. And to make it more black and white once again, today's Sunday morning in Seattle. Your God, universe, I love you. Nothing wrong with Saturday, but all I ask from you, a small little favor, transactional love. I just want Saturday back. What's that, God universe? Fucking crickets. Nobody can get it back. Buy it back. God can't even give it back to you. End of story. Monday, aka the future, hasn't happened yet. I'm on a wake up Monday morning. This will be my last day. I go to sleep, or whatever happens to me. If I fucking get a car accident, I'm walking, a zombie takes my ass out. It's my last day, So I keep it today in the present best as possible. That's how you're working yourself as a being. And that's why I keep it simple. Like, life's pathetically easy. You don't know, yeah, what? They can leave? They can leave. You ready for the breakup? What? It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt for now. The pain is not forever. If you allow it to be forever, it shall be forever. But to warn you, nobody cannot take your pain from you at all. God, the universe, no. He's been took it away every which way. You're the one that's sitting there and dwelling it because it hurts, the rejection. I know. But once again, I'm here for you. That's a cool thing for the support teams. We remind you, hey, it's cool. Shed your tears. If you want to cuss me out, cuss me out. It don't hurt my feelings. I get it. You have the right to be mad, bitter, hateful. You're not the first or nor last person to cuss out God of the universe. Because a lot of people suffer like you or potentially worse than you. But now try to start your healing journey so you can try to feel your feelings, comprehend your feelings, to evolve in life so this doesn't happen again. Because if not, either that toxic relationship traumatizes the shit out of you where you build walls and you say God, universe is your spouse, which is your choice if you will, but I'll call you out from that, so looking in, just to let you know, love don't hurt at all. Love's free in the water. It don't cost you shit. Be scared and fearful of toxic love. What is toxic love? We love somebody that doesn't love you back. You match energy love, and they take energy toxic love. That's why I say all the time, which I'll talk about pretty soon. Toxic love will cost you everything emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially. Excuse me. Your health, and potentially even your life, because that's what they call red flags, and that's why you observe people every which way. There's a potential part to be scenario. She wants to get to know me, right? And she loves my energy conversation, my priority that I control, which I hear all the time, right? But here's the kicker. Let's say scenario like she in the street. Let's say we go to a coffee date. And let's say McDonald's, keep it some McDonald's, right? The cashier messes up and she orders no pickles, right? To me, I'm just like the pickle, but she causes a scene. It's triggering her. She starts being rude to the cashier. Are you dumb, etc. So I'm observing her that she wants to get to know me, wants to be with me, but she's mistreating the cashier over pickles. Yes, people make mistakes. That's why, as a being, when your triggers are happening, that's called negative feeling, negative energy. You should want to talk to yourself. Why and how do I feel the way I feel? But nobody has to. Become her. Scenario. Your triggers are happening to a point you can trigger the cashier. Now we're about vacation over pickles. Yeah, so remember this. Red flags are which way. She said she loves me, wants to be with me type of situation. But she's mistreating the cashier. She's not mistreating me, yet. But in due time, someone triggers her. I become the punching bag, or she mistreats me because she's so traumatized. And I'm still the punching bag. And I pray, but I manifest that magic. One day she'll wake up and she'll stop being mean to me. She'll love me more than I love her. All that bullshit is not going to work in your favor. Potentially it can happen. Maybe they change the ways, but that one day, when will it be? Fear in a positive manner. Today, tomorrow, a year, 20 years from now. Now they finally change their ways and they start to love you like you love them. But it only took them 20 years of your life, that's all. So why would you want to be with that by your side respectfully,
When I first met my wife, I was in a situation and going to prison. She rode with me the whole 3 years I did. 30 days of being home, I married her. In the first couple months of marriage, I cheated with my ex. And hold on, in my defense, no matter what I do, how many tears I've cried or how much I put in, she won't heal. And how long does it take for her to actually heal, to see me for the man that I am and not the man that I once was? You got this bro. Wait, doing the 3-year sentence, the first 6 months was great. After the 6 months, she dumped me. She had all the money, cars, everything, and left me. She did her own thing. She went on dates, and I stuck right there with her in prison. Steady sending home. Where was you going? Where was you going? What other option did you have? Don't do that.
How long has it been since the last time you cheated?
It's crazy. It's been under 6 months. Under 6 months.
I know right now that you are not analyzing her healing right now when it's been under 6 months. On average, it takes 2 years to get over one offense. And that is with the help of your partner in the healing process. This woman is probably devaluing herself because of something that you did. We don't never take the time to think about how we offend people and how we cause a process of devaluation to that person. You know how hard it is to look at yourself in the mirror when a man that you love has been cheating on you? It's bad enough I can't look at myself in the mirror, then I have to constantly be reminded every time I look at you. And then now you being performative, trying to do all of these things, it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G to make me feel good, but you ain't really got to the core of what you actually did to me. And you ain't do it just one time. times. There is no excuse for that. That woman needs time. Right now, since you being provisional, go pay for her a trauma therapist. Because you just caused this woman CPTSD. Go pay for her a therapist who's going to actually sit down and talk to her. And if it takes her 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, do you have the capacity to help her heal for the process that you created? Is that woman here?
Yes.
I'm not going to bring her up here. I'm not going to bring her up here. I'm not going to do that. I can tell you right now, wherever she is sitting down right now, she's aching even more. Because you got all these women in the audience who calling her a fool. All these women who sitting here laughing. All these women who booing you. And now she looking like, I don't even know if I can return to this man because all of these other women see you for what you actually are right now.
If you're in toxic relationships, that's the podcast that I highly recommend. The part you can potentially relate to a lot of it. It's called Tonight's Conversation. They're pretty much viral type of situation. Respect say this, you know, if you're from the ghetto hoods, 1,000% you can relate to a lot of their bullshit. Based in the brown black culture, in Spanish culture, Hispanic and Spaniards, and black people, especially in the ghetto hoods, take Spanish away. Same bullshit, every which way. That's why I mess with like my first baby mom's. Person else that like I mess with. That's again, I'll date a woman from the ghetto hood if she's doing her healing journey, more in the wake and woke journey. These conversations, if she's fresh in the healing journey and she's trying, you know, I do scenarios, we elaborate best possible. She may come and ask questions to try to potentially learn from the situation. Then potentially we can try. But I for warn her, chill out, queen, just to let you know, like, if you know, if I'm very direct, 1,000%, I'm not here to waste time for both of us, right? So. If I speak the way I speak and it hurts you, just let me know. I can't handle rejection. You can walk away. I don't force nobody to be on my side. That door is right there. You can ghost. I can handle rejection. I love to talk about it, you know. And if you allow me to guide your ex, now to be right, if you allow me part of your support team, I want to hold you and guide you to figure out together why it failed and why I walked away from the situation, you know. But you don't have to. You can do whatever you want to do with the situation. Once again, if I was to ghost you scenario, can you handle the rejection part? You know, because your ex did it to you. Not everyone's going to do it to you, but potential-wise they can, you know. So that's why when it comes to cheating, well, my belief is that if someone cheats on you, first of all, everything starts with feelings, and then goes to emotion cheating. That's why it's called lust. Everyone has narcissist traits. That's about the best out of all of us. Yeah, that's why me as a being, I want love and lust. I don't want toxic love. Toxic love and lust, that's just dime a dozen. I go downtown, see all the ghetto hoods. I can have thousands of bodies in one night, easily. Everybody talks. No bragging rights, no version of myself. In 2011, no healing journey, just in a journey. I was my baby mom's first one, like, for overall 12 years, basically. And here's the kicker. 2 wrongs do not make it right. So, tit for tat. They cheat, you cheat, you can do all that bloodbath bullshit, right? At the same time, like, her situation, I'm with you 1,000, all I see is you and that's it, right? So, whatchamacallit, she cheated with the Cuban nigga and shit that I know of. One day, like, I was like, her, I knew that was gonna work. I told him, it's not gonna work out. You guys are just being a porn stars for now. But both of you are there like I is, from the ghetto hoods every which way. It's not gonna work out. And yeah, he was calling me looking for him, like, yo, like, bro, first of all, you have the biggest balls to be calling me looking for my baby moms. That's your bitch, not my bitch. Respect and say that. You know, that terminology wise, so don't ever come online again. You two are toxic as fuck. You know, and my ex we can try to get no shit's over, man. You got what you wanted. You dated yourself basically, and it failed every which way. So yeah, it's over type of situation, right? So once again, if you know your partner won't do that shit to you at all, the cheat shit wise. Once again, I did my thing. The benefits. 2011, no. Once again, had a cell phone, no social media, no MySpace, no Facebook. I didn't touch social media until 2013, right? So that means every queen in Seattle, I had to speak to her. Every single all my benefits. So I see you, mom, boy. Hey, what's up to the calling? Ceiling, how you doing? How's it going? What you gonna call it? Respect for what I said. So I did my benefits, and the only reason why she found out because I gave her my cell phone. I got tired of what I was doing because it was supposed to be me. But here's the kicker: when people do the body hopping whole phase, right? You're trying to feel a bit of love you cannot get from your ex. Yeah, you destroy them, they destroyed you. That's what it is. That's why you're not satisfied. It's not the beings, it's the person that you love. That's just over a long time ago, you know. All the distractions on this site, and you're talking healthy. Oh, thank you. Once again, as a being, like, I just focus more on mental health, healing journey, toxic love, broken, coded relationships, and real support teams. Like, This is raw, real life, raw, real feelings. I have to put all my energy in this because like Buddha taught, mind and body, be selfish in a positive manner. Outside sources, if they distract you, try the energy, why do you allow it? Like if there's no kids involved, be like fucking Forrest Gump and run, right? But I like Buddha taught, once again, he taught that like 2,000 years ago, 2,500 years ago, around that time, roughly. So obviously way different timelines, different, time zone type of situation. But I do mind and body and the person by your side. Why? Because relations can make you, break you, and they can definitely destroy you. If you allow them to destroy you, they shall, 1,000%. Before you met this individual, you love God, Buddha, the universe, once again, the globe, all this terminology, gym therapy, every fucking thing, right? But magic is somehow coming. You give someone a shot, they tell you I love you, etc. Why I get to know you, and they start taking energy. Now you start losing yourself every which way. You don't take care of yourself anymore. Emotionally, spiritually, nothing. You're just losing yourself. So that's what you don't want to be getting involved with. That's called toxic love. Love doesn't hurt at all. You just don't know that yet. We can all say fuck love, love for the birds. All this music and poetry. Like a lot of musicians and poets are beasts because that's their spiritual gift because they know how to articulate their words, right? But they don't make $1 billion off breakup music, depressing music, right? All that shit, and they still haven't figured out life yet. But yes, they have a lot of dollars. But like I have to call them out. You have status and fame, right? But you can't teach me about mental health. And why don't you take all that money, power, and fame, and get yourself like 10, 20 therapist counselors? If I'm actually talking to you face to face by the screen, self tattoo, we can exchange information. This is basically like free therapy. I hold you and guide you, but I can't finish save you. What? Nobody can do it for you at all. God's not suffering, you're suffering. I was suffering like you. I know exactly what you're going through. So once again, people in the healing journey, especially more in the Wake and Woke journey, we will make it sound so easy. And we're going to easy walk away. We know we'll hurt people's feelings with the truth. I don't deal with toxicity. But once again, my situation potential to be, I do all these scenarios day one. On top of that, I form them. If you want to, see how I function as a being, go to my TikTok, YouTube, Coach Your Podcast, many platforms. You see my personal post, these live podcasts, the clippy type of situation. If not, people's posts. That's why, once again, we want to do speed dating in a positive manner. Like, it's very pathetically easy. Go to your platforms, and what do you post? What do you talk about? The potential to be there to shoot the shot. What do they post? What they talk about? Just based off social media. No, like, verbal conversation yet. Do you believe, based off both your platforms, you be compatible? You can potentially do relationships. And don't lie to yourself. Do not lie to yourself. Pictures, yes, yeah. You can be a cute couple. Get married, make cute kids. Why are you in the rabbit hole? Why are you you're too deep in the gray area? AKA the future. They can say no, then what? Your world ends? Because you can't rejection. Respectfully, man. So once again, anyone cheats, shit's over. If you want to give them chances, go for it. A lot of us do not know because you're just on a journey. Give yourself, when you start your healing journey, give yourself grace. You didn't know this conversation at all. Now that you know it, you're hearing this. Someone cheats on you. What are you choosing? What are you doing? My situation potential to be, she cheats on me. It's over. She could be like, chill out, babe. We can talk about it, but it's not the movies where I give you a chance. Because remember, in our heads, we're already doing scenarios. We're, for one of this is to choose. Like, no, I'm choosing myself. I love you, but I love myself more. I'm selfish in a positive manner. Because if you don't got me, what you don't, they don't got me. Other physical beings, maybe, maybe not. But higher God, yes. Emotionally and spiritually, what you believe has you emotionally and spiritually. But physically, who has you by your side? If you just cheated, learn from the situation, don't do it again. But once again, me as a being, if you're my ex and I see you cheating, I'll call you out, you cheated on me. And you said, you can, once again, point the finger at me, whatever. You need your space, whatever your terminology you want to use. But I just watch you, on social media, posting your partner, and you really cheat on him, like, let's say, scenario, half a year after the fact. Then you are the problem. You cannot control your lust. There's a problem. You're too emotional. So, everything's such as feelings. Then goes to emotion cheating. If you don't know what emotion cheating is, that's when you cannot control your lust and you pass boundaries. Where you want to flirt, I call it mouth fucking. Like, yeah, and then on top of it, I'll call you out. Do not say higher source, the universe, if you're cheating. End of story. If it hurts your feelings, triggers you, that is my job, that is my gift. Now, what we do with your feelings that I just triggered, and I don't know from Adams, if God the universe is here physically, because we're part, once again, we're all just communication and messengers, he would tell you the same thing. Like, what's up with you? Why are you doing wrong? I give you a choice of free will. So for both of you, who's staying, who's leaving, or you accept each other and through thick and thin. So The smart thing to do is to walk away. But yes, easier said than done. On top of that is terminology. When your partner, let's say scenario of what you might call it, a girlfriend that cheat on her, right? And once again, no one really says this shit. I might even get that on me, right? So if someone cheats on you, let's say I cheat my partner, I tell her, babe, there's no feelings there. You're just bitches, etc. That's all. It was just less than that's it. I love you, right? I should be saying this, right? The correct terminology, babe, shut up. I have love for you and many others, right? Because I cheated with others. If I loved you, I will not be cheating on you. That's what I should be saying. But no one really says that. Because, I know this person that you love, every time they say verbally, I love you, all the toxicity, all the wrongdoing they did wrong, it just disappears. Because that's what you want to hear from your partner. But here's the kicker. If tradition was working, why is everyone suffering? Deadass. I love you. Like, yeah, I'll match anything. I love you too. But from Avatar, I see you. I see you deeper than I love you, because I see the inside of you foremost, and then your outside, then your whole universe. That's why I love Avatar. I'm not even getting that on me. I see you. That's fucking deep as fuck, man. I love that saying. Because that's, ever since I watched it, before my healing journey, the first Avatar came out, don't quote me now, I think like in 2000, 2002, around there. And it was from Neytiri, and I believe the guy's name is Jake. I'm like, when I saw that shit, like, that's fucking true love. That's deep as fuck, man. Every which way. And then the newest one came out, and the young cast, I think it's their daughter, their son, the other people's daughter, whatever. Same thing when she says it, like, he's being troubled. My dad's gonna listen to me, and what she tell him? To calm him down. I see you. Deep as fuck. I'm like, yep, that's beautiful, exotic. That's what I want by my side. Fuck yeah, because now once you have that, you're blessed. You know you are blessed, but once again, for everybody out there, you can be blessed, but to forewarn you, plant a seed of fear. To remind you, anybody can walk away. What? Anybody can walk away whenever they want to. That is their choice, if you will. It does not matter how they leave. Once again, you as a being, can you handle rejection? If not, you have all him to do, because no one's got to stay. So the cheating part, walk away if I was you. Definitely reach out for help and guidance. Have a real support team. And the intent, my next tattoo, XXs, all of them, observe what you missed so it doesn't happen again. If it's happening again with the potential to be, you know you hurt the feelings, but hey, is their feelings not yours? Or you sit there and accept the bullshit. Date your exes in a new body. That's all you're doing. You collecting red flags, not observing them, and you're collecting very green little flags. Which in this you have the right to do, because you're done this conversation. When you start doing the healing journey wise, you'll be more observant every which way. You don't have to. You're really down to speak. You'll be like, that's a boy to get triggered behind the screen and face to face in Seattle. Like, you don't know me, yo, King. I don't have to know you as a physical being. I know energy 1,000%. And your energy, you're not a square. You're acting nice, you're trying to be an empathetic person, but you're actually low-key, you are a circle. That's what my little saying. I see your eyes is the door to your soul. That's why I'm talking to you face-to-face behind the screen. I'm always looking at your eyes. They're your facial expression, they're your body language, your tone of voice, the way you treat others, the way you treat yourself. Why does it all matter? Because you can see a person square, circle, zombie based off all that. Just sit and just observe people. No verbal conversation with them at all. That's why, once again, if I ever wanted to, I've been saying this for years. Maybe one of these days I'll do it. I go down to Seattle, grab my cell phone, and I don't have any people yet, but let's say I meet somebody or have someone, a random person down to Seattle. Hey, can you do me a favor? Just record me really fast. I just need to borrow about a minute of your time, and all you do myself is just grab it, push record, and that's it. Just follow me, please. And I'm just pointing it all out. I'll say it verbally: squares, circles, zombies. Squares, circles, zombies. Everyone's looking at me crazy. Only people that know my tattoos, the terminology-wise, they know what I'm saying. Square, empathist, empath, love, good person. The nice guy, nice girl. Fuck, I'm a circle. Narcissist, people are narcissistic. That's the bad boy, the bad girl, the fuck boy, the fuck girl, the bully, the racist. If I say zombies, the worst of all of us. That is a zombie, the addict and addiction. And all of them in Seattle, downtown, they're gonna be like, that guy's crazy. What the fuck? Why is he saying squares? He's pointing at people saying squares, circles, zombies. Because they don't know terminology at all. I can see energy to the fullest. Because Avatar is just the best one, that's it, That's how it balance. Yin and yang, you can be physically fit. Now, upstairs, your mind, are you emotionally and spiritually fit? Because you can be, because I'll call you out, you can be physically fit, cosmetically beautiful, exotic every which way, right? But when they mistreat you and they cheat on you and they break up with you, I'm gonna like Matt Ryan, yo, King, Queen, why are you crying? How are you beautiful and exotic? Everybody wants you. and one person came in your life and took energy. So why are you crying? Respectfully, why would a zombie be worse than a square? Because a square is an empath, emphasis, the next a loving person. My terminology, a circle, that's too narcissistic. So it either become triggered, they're just controlling, too lustful. So that's the bad boy, the bad girl, the fuck boy, the fuck girl, the bully, the racist, right? And why I say zombies are the worst, because those are zombies, the addicts and addiction. To call them out, their God and their love is everything horizontal. And the worst addiction is the physical wise, is the physical trombone, because their God and their love is what? The bottle, alcohol, drugs, and Skittles. All these bullshit pills, because they don't want to feel the feelings. So if you're a square, why do you want to date circles for? Do you think you're fixing to save them? You're not God, Jesus, the universe, but if you think you are, go find your face respectfully, No, I mean circles, not squares. My bad. Oh, you're good. Yeah. Yeah, circle, once again, that's the bad boy fuck boys. Like, once again, my terminology, I'm going to tap this arm somewhere. It's going to say, all circles of zombies, they're good for the streets, toxic love. They are not good for the home's love. They're good for recreational use. I might even put on there, for breeding, respectfully. First I'm sour, then I'm sweet, with the word respectfully. Why it's like, you don't want to get involved with them. They will take all your energy, but why is zombies worse? Oh, because they're addicts. Their God and their love is, all my tattoos, they don't want to feel the feelings. So they're going to go and get high, get drunk, take the Skittles. Whatever pills they got to take. Acid, LSD, fucking whatever, heroin, the blue eyes, whatever they're doing. Because they don't want to feel the feelings. That's why at the end of the day, you're not supposed to be getting high drunk at work. After hours, what does your boss tell you? I don't give a shit what you do after hours. As long as you come to work and you're sober and no problems with bullshit. So that's why a lot of zombies fight themselves all day. And when they leave, go get high, go get drunk. That's their God and that's their love. My terminology trigger them. What? You can talk about God all you want. God's not going to become a zombie. You are. Because why? That is your choice of will. You can say the devil. The devil plant the seed to do it. But he didn't put on my tattoos. I got a little devil for Lucifer, Satan, the devil. Whisper in my ear. I have a little angel for God, universe. Every day above ground, they whisper to me. What should I do? Do right or wrong? Yin and yang, positive, negative. Be worthy, unworthy. Love, hate. All my terminology, black and white. What word do you want to use? The basic ass words are tattooed on my body for a reason. Everybody got the two same gifts every day above ground. That is your choice if you will to be a zombie, not a zombie. Here's the best part. I love to bully people in a positive manner. If you're a zombie addict and addiction, which I do face to face, my one-on-ones behind the screen, I'll ask you, Queen, I respect your boundaries, but I'm asking you a question. Just curious to know, do you have kids? And remember this, you don't have to respond. I don't have kids. Cool, here's a scenario to bully in a positive manner. I'm a single with 5 kids. I lost 2 families, right? So why am I doing what you're doing? You and I should be zombies together, getting high drunk together. Because I have the right, quote unquote, because I lost 2 families. You have no kids, and you're a zombie, and you're cooked. Wait till you have a kid or 2, and you can't see them or they push you away because of you. You might not make it. Suicidal thoughts, it might become factual, respectfully, And once again, that's it, all respectfully wise. You talk with how? Huh? I'm sorry, Moon. Can you elaborate, please? At least they're not looking for a victim to prey on like his circle. Actually, they both are. They both prey. Circle zombies, they go after squares. Why? What's the flaw of your square? All my tattoos, you can't really see this. It's vertically where it says you're too empathetic. Remember, this overage myself. You're too empathetic, you're too nice, you're too gullible, you're too nice. You called a people pleaser. And all the circle of zombies, what is their flaw? They're too narcissistic, they're too egotistic, they're too mean, they're too pride, they're called what? Destroyers. So that's why circle of zombies go after squares. Because they see energy, love, we don't want war, peace, and bullshit. And they're trying to be like us. Everybody mirrors everybody, but circle of zombies mirror X's. Squares to the full because they're trying to be nice. Once again, I tell potential queen, I'm gonna tell you a little sentence. The idea you might know the terminology. If you don't, I can destroy you every which way if you allow me to. What is it? Queen. I'll be nice. I can give you hints. I can act nice, be narcissistic, or I can be nice, be empathetic. Do you know what that means? No. I pray for you. I go my day of my life. If you allow us to get trombonded, I'll own you. On my tattoos, it says, you can't see it says slave masters. Above it says fuck your feelings and slaves. All the circle of zombies are slave masters. All you squares, like I used to be, you're slaves to them. Because you don't want war. You pray by manifest that one day magically the universe changed the ways. It's not gonna work in your favor, respectfully, once again. And when I laugh, I'm not laughing at you guys. I'm laughing with you guys because I was you. I won't ever deal with toxicity. I'll walk away knowing I hurt her feelings. Because the truth hurts. I don't deal with toxicity. But once again, my scenarios potential to be day one out the rip. I do all the terminology, the scenario. So once again, to form what she's about to get into. Because I don't want to sell her a dream. I don't want her to sell a dream type of situation. I tell her all the time, the boys behind me, none of these conversations. Show me a man that speaks the way he speaks and says all the shit they went off the rip. I haven't met any out there. I'm not saying I'm the only one, but I observe everybody out there. Nah. So sell your dream. Along with the skins, one for the book. Peace gotta go. And God loves you. Amen. You know? Circle's worse than a zombie, in my opinion. Well, once again, that's your personal opinion for sure. What's the circle? Oh, my tattoos. That's the bad boy, the bad girl, the fuck boy, the fuck girls, the bully, the racist. What's the zombies? That's the worst of all of us. That's the addicts and addiction. Because their God and their love is drugs, alcohol, pills. If you're a square, empathetic person, empath, right? A nice guy, nice girl. I promise you $1,000, $1 billion don't have. If you want a better outcome, a better life, only vibe with squares. Because for the time being, you cannot control and protect the energy. Because if you could, you can handle rejection. You can speak with confidence, and you can see people with energy. Like type of people, I don't have to know you as a physical being. I know energy 1,000%. That's why, once again, I don't see squares, circle, zombies, 3 energies, 3 frequencies, 3 paths. That's all I see. I don't give a shit about race, religion, culture, your belief, respect. Your belief can't talk to me. You can speak to me, but you don't have to. That is your choice if you will. Respectfully. Not me. That top flight, that's not supposed to be, the intent, that's not you. As a being behind the screen, what are you? Are you a square? Empathetic person, the nice and natural? Then cool. If you're a square, vibe with squares only. The day you can do your healing journey more than the waking woke journey, you'll vibe with anybody. That's what I'm saying. Like with circle zombies, what I say in my terminology, I'll be their associates, right? I'll be the real support team if they allow me to be, right? As long as they're not too toxic, their environment's not too toxic. I even call my friend. To trigger her? To call my girlfriend? Fuck no. I don't, and I won't deal with toxicity. 0. The only time we talk to each other, which I say bluntly wise, is in bed, TLS intercourse. We can do whatever we want, whatever we're into. But other than that, you're not toxic. My partner, and vice versa. I don't deal with toxicity. I'm a single 5 kids. Why would I bring a toxic person to my life and around my kids, around my ex and her hubby, co-parenting, around all my family and friends? And my situation, Mr. Positive, you talk about circle of zombies. You're fucking dating a circle, and they have the right to call me the fuck out. Like, yo, shit, maybe magic is something I'm not seeing that they're seeing that I'm not. But I see through everything, everyone's bullshit because I'm talking to you. I'm all looking at your eyes. Why are you looking at my eyes for? Because your eyes are the door to your soul. That's why I want to know you. That's what I'm saying, to make it simple for everybody out there. Which I'm going to call it, my saying, which I said wise, to make it simple for everybody out there, I date your mind. Because your mind, well, I say this, the whole terminology, I date your mind as an associate, friendship, especially as a partnership. Because your mind tells your mouth to move, have a conversation with me. Your mind tells your fingertips to message me. I date your mind, A circle is actively looking for someone to destroy. That's the worst. Well, once again, circle of zombies, they do the same thing. But zombies, they're not really coherent for the most part because, how you doing? Students, how you doing? What you gonna call it? They're just there for the energy to make people make it feel good type of situation. But to call everybody out, square circles and zombies, if people make you feel good, if man BS makes you feel good, why can't you make yourself feel good? Make that make sense. And what's the answer? Codependency and validation. Yes, it's nice to hear from others you're doing a good job. But scenario, let's say no one ever tells you in your whole lifespan that you're doing a good job. Why can't you look in the mirror, verbally, mentally talk to yourself? You know what? No one's saying shit to me, but I know I'm doing a good job. But yes, it's nice to hear from others, but nobody has to. Especially when you become older adults. You're like, it's logic is backwards sometimes. Like the person that's a shitty worker gets all the fucking like the raises, promotions, and bullshit, and you bust your ass and you get shitted on. Yeah. But that's man-made bullshit. Trying to in this man-made universe, you adapt the physical matrix. What's the physical matrix? Job, money, car, home. To give you like a little, to get you ahead of the game type of situation. Like teach my kids, anyone that bullies anybody is not a good person. Your belief is not the issue because your belief is not bullying me. You are bullying me as a being, so you're not a good person. End of story. If that triggers you, that's my job, that's my gift, right? So that's the physical matrix. Now the second hardest matrix, mental health, your mindset, emotional and spiritually. How you doing with your matrix upstairs? And I keep it simple, which I'm gonna tell my back. Everyday background. How are both your four walls? Your mental home and your physical home. Why does that matter? Because everything starts from home. Before you go to that door into the matrix, to work, to school, to therapy, counseling, I don't give a shit where you go to. I preach about doors, to put doors in your head. Count all the doors in the universe that makes you happy, potentially makes you joyous. But scenario, you're in a toxic relationship, toxic household, every morning, every night, you will bitch about that one door. I guarantee you that, like I used to. You could be atheist, everyone will hear the term of heaven and hell. So is your mental home heaven on earth, hell on earth? Is your physical home heaven on earth, hell on earth? No one's got to die to go to heaven and hell. You live this shit literally every day above ground. And nobody taught me that shit till 6 years ago. My real support team, we had these conversations. I tell stories to pay it forward. Respectfully, Okay, I'm following. Oh, thank you. I just follow. I just tell stories once again to pay it forward. Especially, I'm not using the word all men, all women. On the overall, a lot of women are empathetic queens. They do mental health, healing journey, women support women. These conversations to a certain extent, especially on social media, right? Us men keep boys more narcissistic. We're not taught from our fathers, uncles, grandfathers, right? Spanish 101, abuelitos and shit, to have these conversations about feelings. Because our love languages, for the most part, is buying gifts, be the provider, work hard, and that's it. And that's why in the beginning, we buy you gifts, right? And the queens, it makes you feel good. When the relationship starts becoming toxic and bullshit, and then this is all I know how to speak to that way, I'll buy you the gifts, and you better bitch it out. Thank you for the gift once again, but here's the kicker. All I want from you is just talk to me. We don't know how to speak because we're not taught feelings. I better start speaking like this at 39 in this lifetime. 18 out of 45 now. The last 6 years, 6 years of my life, I'm blessed. I just tell stories now. I'm not a victim. I'm not a war survivor. That's a version of myself. I give myself grace because when people tell you, like, choose better, calm the fuck out. Okay, choose better. How should I choose better? I don't know anybody but them. So they don't know, right? So here's the kicker. I'm gonna tap in the bathroom and say, choose better, ... How can you choose better if you don't know better? Make that make sense, respectfully. And then we can be my parents. My parents should have taught me better. How can your parents teach you better? ... If they don't know better, make that make sense. And what's everyone stuck on what? One term. Before healing journey, mental health, all this shit is called what? The generational cycle. All of us are stuck on that shit, initially. Only you as one being can break it. I can't break it. I got 8 kids. I tell my kids, I can't break this for you, but I can tell you stories. I can tell you exactly what's about to happen to you, but you don't have to comprehend. Your dad's crazy. I don't care. Call me crazy, but I'm blessed. Everyone, sane people, go get destroyed respectfully, I don't agree with you respectfully. You don't have to. About the social media is true. I agree with. True. I hope I'm not disturbing you. Just love to have respectful and honest discussion with people. Oh no, Sammy, you're good. You're totally cool. Once again, here's the kicker, guys. Behind the screen, keep it simple. What side people we technically don't exist, right? There's all these platforms. This is a live podcast. 5 platforms, 5 cell phones. Eventually, I'm only one person. I'll post this on Spotify and YouTube. Coach Rito Podcast. Majority platforms, type in their Coach Rito Podcast. You can go on YouTube, Spotify, YouTube visually, 6 years back. Cyber Universe, audio wise, Spotify. So I just tell us to pay it forward. This is all I talk about. I don't care about nothing man-made respectfully, because man-made, keep it simple. Other than physical beings and the AI, ask anything man-made for the rest of life. You're at home, remember this. You can't speak to no one at home, and you cannot use social media. No technology, nothing. So ask your beautiful bed that's so comfortable. Hey bed, I got PTSD, what I do? Hey shower, I got anxiety, what I do? Hey Tesla, I'm stuck in a toxic love, broken coded relationship, what I do? What's that? Crickets. Fucking crickets, Hey light bulb, I'm a zombie, it acts like addiction, what I do? Tell me I'm wrong, and it's not even about being right, respectfully. That's why some suffer more than others. Nothing is deep or mental. Well, the suffering part, that's on you, once again, first and foremost, but you don't know this conversation yet. So if you're still in a journey, Japanese to you. If you're doing the healing journey, you'll have a better outcome on the overall, and that's how you reach out for help. If you don't make a comment, ask a question, you want to start a conversation, you will never know. What do I say? Assume is not knowing, gossip is not knowing, think is not knowing, judge is not knowing. Respectfully, Exactly, they do not know any better. Facts, 1,000. That's why reach out for help. There's so much resources. This is a live podcast. That's what I did 6 years ago. Almost 6 years ago. I went on a live session, did a little live podcast. My ex, she's a narcissist because I heard the family breaking apart. I'm playing Big Time South story. Yeah, it's because of us, on the overall. We can be bogus or inconsiderate and think they're not doing anything better. I mean, anything wrong. Facts. That's once again, a circle of zombies, boys and girls too narcissistic wise. In their minds, they're doing everything correctly wise because they're greedy every which way and they're intent to take people's energy. Because once again, it'll make them feel good. The downfall is it'll satisfy them for so long. It's dopamine high. They're happy, and then when they're bored, what's the next happy? What's the next dopamine high? Who will make me happy? What will make me happy? That's what X, rest in peace, like he says. I don't like happiness. I don't like happy. That's fake. And it's true. It's fake. It's dopamine high. You'll be happy. Comma for now. Now strive for joy. Joy's forever. That you think about it, you're doing it. You talk about it. It's always joy. It's like fuck yeah. Nobody can take energy from that at all. I agree totally with the way the parents are the ones who are responsible for the way their children are doing to grow up. For the most part, on the overall, yes. That's why best as possible. But once again, give your parents grace best as possible. If they do not know any of this conversation about the healing journey, they don't know. You can point the finger, my neck tattoo, child trauma, that's the last door of pain in your head. That's why when you do this healing journey, mental health, right? I taught people, do current events. What is the recent pain? Not past, recent pain. Because once again, you can do your sequence. You can work on your child trauma with your parents. And then magically you want to work on your exes, your friends, your boss, all the people that bully you. The way I did it with my recent person that taught me, what's the most recent pain? Yes, you have the past again, we just talked about it. But you're going through a fresh breakup. That's current events, but you're going through now. Work on that part. Communication, forgive. You don't have to, that is your choice, Phil. But once again, you can say, verbalize, I don't have to forgive my parents. I don't have to forgive my ex. You don't have to. That is your choice, Phil. But just to let you know, that lets me know from that to look at in, you become bitter and hateful. You're going to realize boundaries. Hey, when you see me, don't talk about my ex, don't talk about my father, whatever, because that would trigger you. I know it's going to be your trigger, so you can verbalize it to them, but let's say somebody else talks about them, or someone asks you, like in Seattle. I'm in Seattle, I have my father at the farmer's market. I like to bullshit with everybody. What's up, how you doing, how's it going, how's life? A triggering comment, how's everything at home, how's your parents doing? And some people are blunt in Seattle, like the young cats. Fuck my dad, fuck my mom. Not even I was like, damn, that's shots fired. I go, well, I tell him all the time. Well, sir, miss, you have the right to say that, Here's the kicker, I'm a father, just to let you know. A lot of his parents, we don't know what we're doing. We don't know anything about the healing journey, mental health. That's what all these tattoos for. That's what I'm asking you wise. I apologize that it triggered you, but just to warn you, that's called your triggers. So work on that every which way. We should ever help every which way. Counseling therapy. We have support teams. I'm here talking to you face to face. After this conversation, you can walk away and never see each other again. But that lets me know that's your trigger. Neck tattoo, I'm pointing to you. See this child trauma? That's your child trauma. Here's the situation. There's my pops right there. I don't know. He doesn't know this conversation. He wouldn't probably ever know this conversation because he doesn't know this conversation. Language barrier. Our parents, for the most part, their minds are pretty much set. Respect and say this sucks. More likely they will die like that to form people, You don't need much so you can be happy. Oh yeah, well, once you get man-made things, but if you lose man-made things, then what? Do you question your self-worth? Does your day go to shit? Did you lose energy? Did you lose inspiration because you just lost your job? You just lost your partner relationship. You can't see your kids. Now what? Once again, happiness is temporary shit. It's a dopamine high. Joy's forever. Strive for joy. You have a better outcome. They can be bogus or inconsiderate. I think they're not doing anything. Oh, sorry, I heard that. Yes, correct. Hey, number one, welcome to live. Every day and all the time, you can make yourself happy. Depend on your personality and thinking. True. It's not happening like that all to be hateful or bad when getting bullied or laughed at. I'll be happy to say in contact, no problem with me at all. For sure. And when it comes to bullying, I keep it simple. Anybody that bullies anybody is not a good person. End of story. I tell my kids, all 8 of them, my boys are boys. Yeah, the boys are growing up, but I tell them all the time, yo, stop bullying each other. My terminology, my tattoo freezer says, Vertically it says monkeys, zoos, jails, prisons. Anyone does that verbal physical threats, I call you monkeys. You should be in zoos. You're not gonna put a human in a zoo because that's inhumane. So that's why you have jails and prisons waiting for you. Cell phone tattoo. Call the boys in blue. Now you fight the courts and judges every which way. And they can be all, you're a bitch. You're a snitch. My tattoo, yes, I'm a proud bitch. Freeze a B. You're a prideful bitch. Go to your dog kennel. Yeah, when you get out, let me know the situation. I don't deal with toxicity at all. Why would I deal with toxicity for? That's why, once again, if you're a square, only vibe with squares. We respond, we sit there, we're more mindful. Circle zombies, they react, they're unmindful, they want war. They're the fuck out, they want blood. So why do you want to get involved with them? Because that's your parents, that it could be your own kids, that's your partner. Who gives to you? They're not good for you at all. But if you think you're Jesus, God of the universe, that you can fix change and save them, pray for you, I have compassion for you, I don't feel sorry for you. When you get destroyed, how's that feel? I was you. I know exactly what you're going through. Respectfully, And I mean, I'm not getting bothered by anything because I'm accepting everything, bad or good. It's Muslim. Oh, once again, religion. Once again, I keep it simple. Your belief's not the issue. You are the issue. The person by your side to take energy, that's the issue. Everyone in toxic love, broken, coded relationships, you bitch about each other. For both of you, your beliefs aren't the issue because your beliefs don't bully each other. You two bully each other. Why? And for y'all be all bitching about each other, there's a door. That's the sign for God, the universe, Buddha, Muhammad, your ancestors. Everyone that bitches about their partners, the miraculous. I preach about doors. Count every door that makes you happy, joyous. But every morning, every night, you bitch about one fucking door. And what is it? Your fucking home. Oh my gosh, life's so hard, boo-hoo me. Respectfully, I won't ever deal with toxicity. Imagine you have a girlfriend, and let's say 6 months lovey-dovey and bullshit, and here's the 7th month, she starts becoming toxic, doesn't trolling. I'm not scared to have this conversation with her. I'm not scared to hurt her feelings, and I'll walk away. Babe, I love you, but I'm selfish and positive, man. I love myself more. This is my life. It's not your life. If you don't got you, then who got you? You don't got me. You're mistreating me, so I got myself. I got to go. Now you can shed tears, pray the top sob story. You can pay me the villain in your story. I don't care. Call me a narcissist. I don't care. I'm going my dig on my life. A zillion queens of the whole universe. Why would I say about you? One, make that make sense respectfully. I don't need you in my life. Codependency. I want you in my life. If you want to, we match energy. Squares, love. We don't take energy. All you circle zombies, toxic love. End the story. Respectfully. Where did you see me bullying or doing what you said about me? No, Sammy, you're taking it hard. I'm speaking in general. If I'm speaking to you directly, I'll be saying, Sammy, why are you bullying? B-Dog, why are you bullying? No, if I'm speaking to you direct, I'm speaking in general. If you don't hear no names, I'm not talking to nobody. I'm talking general-wise, When did I mistreat you? No, if you're still there, Sammy, no, I'm not speaking to you directly. I'm speaking in general-wise. Once again, and no worries. I'll be leaving if I'm not welcome to talk anymore. No, you can talk. Once again, I didn't say nothing. I'm speaking in general, guys. If you take it to heart, once again, because that's maybe your trauma type of situation, maybe you think I'm talking to you, but think it's not knowing. Like you made a comment, right? No. If I'm speaking to anyone on these platforms, I will say your name directly, wise to the fullest, But I really don't call people out like that. And if a bully jump in the box, talk the bullshit, I love to bully bullies. I wouldn't even say a name. As soon as I start bullying, talking, it'd be racial, whatever, they're just bullying, I'd be, first and foremost, like, me as a being, I love to trigger people. I love to bully bullies, right? So if they're bullying, I start to say, if they just say whatever, call me out my name, you ugly, stupid, I'd be like, I just say your mother and father. What? This cat got your tongue. Why'd you stop talking? It's your mother and father. I love to bully. Here's the best part. I'll be nice, and I'll pause, and I will let you do reverse psychology and match my energy. Say the same shit I just told you. Say your mother and father. I don't give a shit about words. They're irrelevant. Words have no power, no weight. If you allow them to have power and weight, they shall. On top of that, you're bullying people behind the screen. Do you believe you're a good person? No bully is a good person. They're all good for the streets, toxic love. They're not good for the home's love. Every bully that goes to any household, every job, anywhere they go to, they are the problem. End of story. 1,000%. The day they start their healing journey and work on their mental health, from their wives, now they can do this conversation. Maybe they can do accountability. Oh, that's it. Yes, it's okay. Don't give yourself grace. That's all. When you do this healing journey, right? Let's say you did wrong. A lot of us will do wrong. cheat, gold, bully type of situation, mistreat people, right? When you start doing the healing journey more than the awakening journey, now you talk to yourself, you have real support team guidance, and you give yourself grace. And remember this, everybody that you hurt with your words and hurt their feelings, they don't have to forgive you. That is their healing journey. So everybody has a right to be in your past to present. But here's the kicker. If your past to present comes, right, and the people that you hurt in the past are not in your life today, the present, and they just say this, I know you. It's called terminology. Like, no, you know the old version of myself. If you knew me, myself on tattoo, you be my phone. If you knew me, you'd be my life. Current events. No, we see each other, we say hi and bye, but that's about it. You know the old version of myself. Yes. The old version of myself, accountability, now I'm doing accountability. I did do that. I did say that. Remember, that's the old version of myself. Why am I speaking to you? The old version of myself, I would have cussed you out a long time ago. It'd be war right now. But once again, I was just on a journey, no healing journey. So you have right to feel like that. On top of that, I traumatized you, correct? So when will you let me go? What? When will you let me go? Or you don't have to. That is your choice to feel. But every time you see me, it's going to trigger you of the past that I did to you, the old version of myself. I'm here for you if you want to talk about it, but you don't have to. Terminology. I'm sorry, you know? I understand. Sorry. No, it's not Sammy. You're good. You're good. Because it was what happened to me. And here's some kind of thinking. Okay. Tell me about one thing, for example, that is bad about this guy. Sammy, which guy am I asking? Please elaborate. You know, I'm once again, guys, I'm speaking in general. I'm not using like certain names. Only if I'm reading comments and wise, I'll say your name or just read your comment in general wise. But once again, that scenario is bullying. To keep it simple, I have to like teach my kids, anybody that bullies anybody is not a good person. And once again, their belief's not the issue, because their belief, the Bible is not triggering you, you know, bullying you, being mean to you verbally, energy, that's the physical being in front of your face. They're the one doing to you. To call them out, like, yo, your God's not bullying me. You're bullying me. You can blame the devil, but the devil put a gun to your head. That is your choice for will, which is called a premeditated choice. So I'm sorry that you're going to do shit in life. If you want to talk about it, I'm here. Nothing's wrong with me. Well, typically people that bully people, they're traumatized. They do deflection, projection, gas, and manipulation type of situation. And on top of that, how's your home? How are your parents? Do you have parents? Do you have a home? You know, is it healthy or toxic? Why does that matter? Because everything starts from home. But once again, I respect your boundaries. You don't have to talk about nothing. That is your choice for will. I'm not a Bible thumper. No one has to speak to me at all. I'd like to tell my 8 kids, I hurt you. My old myself hurt you. None of you have to speak to me. I speak to many people out there, but you don't know this conversation. I just, as my own kids, right, my own seeds, I don't want you to suffer like I did for so long. I don't want you to be lost and confused, bitter and hateful, toxic relationships till you're 39. Because I tell all my kids, beat me at 39. Beat me at 39. Like my oldest daughter, she's about to be 24. I go, chill out. You ready to do this for like 15, 20 years? Be bitter and hateful? You can do that. You can hate me all you want. I used to be like you. But I'm here for you best as possible. You don't have to talk to me at all. That is your choice for will. I have many people to speak to, face to face, behind the screen. I speak to many kids because I keep it simple. And they be like, I wish my parents spoke the way you spoke. They can. Anybody can. When they start their healing journey and reach out for help and guidance, these conversations, maybe they can evolve. But for the time being, give your parents grace. They don't know this conversation. Here's the kicker. I'm not your father. You got a father, right? I got a father too. He don't speak to me like that. He doesn't know this conversation. So that's why I broke the journey cycle for myself. I've reached out for help and guidance. I figured it out. And I'm just telling stories to pay it forward. Nobody has to comprehend me. That is your choice if you will. You know, call me crazy. I don't care. The word crazy, when I feel crazy. So why do you feel crazy? Respectfully. You know, why does the word crazy trigger you? On top of that, to keep it simple, any word that triggers you, right? Any word. Scenario, I use the word dumb. I call someone dumb, it triggers them. Let's say I'm a nobody to them. I don't know from Adams, right? And I call them out. So here's the kicker. To help you out, I don't know you, right? But the word triggers you. You know why the word dumb triggers you? Because you as one being, the word dumb, you have many owners. So who called you dumb in your lifespan? Your father called you dumb, your mother, your brother, your grandma, the priest, the bully. Those people, those you have many owners of the word dumb. They own the word dumb. I'm a new person in your life. I don't know from Adams. Let's say I said the word dumb, but I was just BSing around with you, but you took it to heart. Because that's your trauma and triggers. Because those owners traumatize you with the word dumb. And on top of that, the word dumb has no feelings. No word in the universe has feelings. To make it black and white, what? Sad when I feel sad. Trauma does not worry about trauma. And so on and so on. We beings, respect like I used to be, attach our feelings to that word and give power and weight. That's why it hurts. That's why it triggers you. You know? True, but I don't mind. Yes, I do. Wish you and your kids all the best and happiness. It didn't. Okay, Sammy, thank you, Sammy. Once again, I'm just telling stories. Once again, I'm not trying to offend nobody behind the screen, but being blunt, honest can trigger people's feelings. But that's my job and my gift. Like, everybody has their own gifts. Maybe it's spirituality, religion. You're a poet, musician. Cool. But my gift as one being is to trigger your feelings. And see, I would be like, but why do you want to trigger people for? Because they're called your feelings, your mental health. You don't have to talk about it. I respect your boundaries. That is your choice for real. But here's the kicker. That lets me know you said to become vulnerable. And I'm sorry people hurt you, but here's the kicker. The cool thing about talking to nobodies, as I was taught, with nobodies, we don't know each other's past until we bring each other's past into present. Now I know about you, you know about I. If not, we don't have to talk about our past at all. We just keep in the present. It's as simple as that, you know? So I'm not getting any kind of feelings whatsoever when saying any kind of insults or things to me. No, Sammy, no, I'm not speaking to you directly, Sammy. I'm sorry that you're taking to heart and you're taking it offensive-wise. No, I'm just speaking in general. Once again, maybe some people take it to heart. If you want to make a comment like you're doing, Sammy, you can. Once again, you speaking to me like, no, guys, I'm speaking in general. You know, if it's triggering and hurting you, wise, that's words. But once again, these words, these conversations, those are your feelings, not my feelings. If you want to talk about your feelings, we can, but you don't have to. But I'll give you a scenario. A lot of people say they want love. They're single, looking for relation, dating apps, physically, whatever, right? But I'm going to put a plant seed of scenario in your head. Scenario, the day you get love, right? And the person that you love, quote unquote, asks you the same question I just asked you, and I don't know from Adams. What will you do to the person you love? Crucify them? Push them away? You know, build walls? But you love them. How can you love the person and you push them away? You could push me away. I don't know from Adams. But that's the person you love. Why you said to become vulnerable? Then let's say they're in the healing journey and you push them away and they walk away from you. What? They left me. Well, yeah, because every time they want to speak to you about your feelings, you build walls and push them away. Maybe like their exodus, and now they're doing their healing journey. And you know what? I love you, babe, but I love myself more. Like, no, I'm not doing this. Like, if you can't talk to me, then what are we doing here? What am I doing here? I used to be like you. I built walls. I pushed it away. I was traumatized. I'm not like that no more. So I'm here for you. I'm very grateful to the fullest, but I won't give you so. I tell people, you don't give chances like that. Give a number. Like, hey, I'll give you 3 chances. My number's 3. After that, babe, I love you, but myself, I'm walking away. What? If I was you, I'd recommend this, but they went off the rip to stop people. Like, if you build walls, I build walls, cool. You have to be compatible, right? But the downfall is you're going to be upstairs, they'll be downstairs. You won't ever have these conversations. It's going to be a toxic relationship on the overall. To forewarn you, if you can't talk to your partner, it's not going to work out respectfully. People in general wise, people come and go, yes. You know, you don't have to talk to nobody, but if you want to figure out what love is, really support in these conversations. This is how you evolve in life. Okay, remember this, your belief is not suffering. Your belief is not scared of love, etc. Whatever your toxic negative traits are, it's you as one being living this human experience. You're the one going through it, not your belief. You are, you know, respectfully. Sorry, guys. That's what I said before. Okay, sorry. That's what I said before, that we are different, not the same as you think about people, or the same as you know. I know that. Let's talk about this first, if you want. Can I ask you something? If you want, yeah, please do. My question is, are connected to our subject. No, yeah, please. I love questions. As long as it's like, you know, mental health, healing journey, you know, like you as a being, me as a being, respect guys behind the screen. I don't care about nothing man-made. On my tattoos, you can't see it, says, you know, I don't care about race, religion, politics, COVID, man versus woman, high volume. I don't care about those conversations. It's irrelevant. Because you can know about that, but when I ask you, now, teach me about you. Let's debate about your feelings. What? Yes, you know about man-made things. Awesome. I used to be the same way as you. A blue pillar, NPC entertainer. But now, let's debate about your feelings. What? Teach me about you. How are you doing with your mindset, your mental health? How are you and your partner doing? What does that matter? Because everything starts from home. But once again, terminology, I respect your boundaries. You don't have to say nothing. That is your choice for will. But once again, that's all I care about. Like Johnny Chang says, he's more religious talking, nothing wrong with religion, right? He's all check out. He says, I'm a boring person. If it's not about God, the Bible, I don't care about nothing man-made no more. Worldly things, I don't care about, you know, basketball, football, politics. I don't care. Honestly, that's what like you said. I'm the same way. I'm a boring person. I care about you, your mental health, and your home. Why? Because that's where everything starts. I promise you, 1,000. The real war starts at home, your mental home and your physical home, before you go to that one door and you bitch about that one door every morning and every night. You love your job. Everyone loves you in Seattle, where you're behind the screen, right? But when you get in your car, you're dreading to go home to your partner. You know at home it's a fucking war. There's the problem. I used to be you. I won't ever get in my car and dread to go home to my partner. I gotta do with Maria the fuck I do. A zillion queens of the whole universe. I'm gonna stress about one. Rejection is protection. I gotta go. I love you, babe, but I love myself more. It's not getting better. I gotta go. Peace. Thank you. You know? Have you traveled outside of your country before? No, I haven't. The idea, I'm first generation Mexican, so Mexican American. The idea is to go to Mexico. Never been in my life. Parents are there. I'm majority of my family's from there. The downfall right now with the cartels. My situation, I can speak my Spanish, but like my grandpa says, shit out. When you speak Spanish, I just think I'm American, So you need to speak it down there every which way. On top of it, the cartel's mafioso. So they're brown, you're brown, they got tattoos, you got tattoos. They're about the life, you're not about the life. They don't care. They can put you to work. So if I was you, go to every other country but here, because you're not from here, You can go with my uncle, which is, his son, rest in peace to my grandpa. But remember this, I brought him here. He knows the lingo. He can speak like one of us. You're from the States. When you speak Spanish, then everyone's, yep, American. Not Mexican, American, respectfully, So, once again, I haven't been out of the country at all. I do want to go there. If not, I'm going to go to the Philippines, Japan, other countries type of situation. But I would love to go to quote-unquote family roots. I just want to be a tourist. Talk to my family. Just, show me around. How's the people? How's the environment? That's it. Like, I'm just here to be a tourist, scope it out, and that's it, That's all I'm trying to do. Nothing more. But once again, that's me as one being. Nobody has to respect my boundaries. I can go to visit, and they can whoop my ass for just walking, That's everyone's choice for it. But once again, bullies aren't good people. They're too narcissistic every which way. But that is their choice for go to do people wrong. And that's your choice for go to do people right. Nobody can stop a bullet. No one's Superman, Superwoman. But I preach about environments. That's what it means to be. I'm always looking around. Because why? Especially in the ghetto hoods, there's nothing good about the ghetto hoods. Nothing good about the ghetto hoods, respectfully. That's why I'm more in the suburbs, the north side. Seattle. Every which way, respectfully. It's what I'm talking about. You do think that I'm not a trustworthy person because of the way you are talking, and that's seriously sad. Sammy, I'm not speaking to you directly at all, respectfully. I'm speaking in general. I don't know you, so all that trustworthy talk, once again, I don't know you like that, respectfully. So it's actually false that can be welcomed and accepted with more people than you say. Sammy, I'm asking this. Let me ask you a question. Why are you taking this conversation like personal, like I know you? Remember this. Behind the screen, myself and Tattoo, we're side people. We don't know each other. If we build, once again, we start as associates. You get to become friendships, cyber friends behind the screen. Cool, right? But once again, if you just jump on someone's live and you're getting offended, you should want to talk to yourself. Like, why and how do I feel? Like, why do I feel he's talking to he or she's talking to me directly? And once again, if I'm speaking to you, I'll be number one. Hey, number one in Bigo. I'll say, Bigo, number one. There's Bigo. This cell phone, number one's right there. Hey, number one. Why are you sad? Why are you depressed? Now I'm speaking to him directly, Everybody on the other 4 platforms, they'll be like, well, there's no one in this box on this platform. I don't see a number one at all. So he's got to be somebody else. There you go. I'm speaking to you directly. So, and once again, I speak very directly to the fullest. Behind the screen potentially might trigger you. But once again, I tell people, when it comes to social media, right? If social media is too much for you, it's triggering, traumatizing, too much drama, stress. The best part, you see with myself a tattoo, no one has to have social media. You can use your cell phone, YouTube, Google, and that's it. Research, watch reels and bullshit, but you don't have no platforms. Cool, but the cool thing is about social media-wise, as a being, you don't have to comment at all. You don't have to be in a live session. You can watch someone's TikTok, a reel, somebody's post, and if it triggers you, the intent as a being, which I recommend, you should want to talk to yourself. One, how do I feel the way I feel? This person that posted the reel they're talking about, I don't know them. I didn't even comment. I'm just watching. I'm just reading. So why am I in my feelings about it? What did the words that I just read or heard trigger me? That's what you should be doing if you're in this conversation with the healing journey of mental health. If not, you see a post, you go to live session, and now you're commenting at each other's throats. And remember this, guys, we're sorry people. We technically don't exist. My terminology, if a nobody can hurt you behind the screen, you have a lot of healing to do. Worry about somebody's. Who are somebody's? Physical beings that you know. Your mother, your father, your sibling, your boss, the bully. That's the people that are somebody's. You know them. I don't know you. I'm a side person. I'm a nobody. So, but if I to trigger you, if I hurt your feelings, I'm a beast. That's my job, my gift. Now, do you want to talk about them? You don't have to. I respect your boundaries. Once again, terminology. No, I'm not at all. Okay, sounds good. I said the first I come to your stream that don't mind anything people saying about me. We don't get mad. Oh, okay. Sorry, I write slowly. Also, my English is not that good. Oh, Simon, no, you don't gotta say sorry. You're good. What's the number 2? Welcome to live. Respectfully wise. Once again, this is for you guys, not for myself, because I just thought stories to pay it forward for mental health, the healing journey, especially if you want love. A lot of people say, I want love. I'm going to tell my body, a little riddle. It's going to say, do you know what love is? Do you comprehend what love is? If you know what it was, I promise you 1,000, you will not stay in toxic love, broken, cold place for too long. You know the door is right there. Respectfully, what? But that Japanese to you, that you don't know what love is yet, right? So the other one's going to say, your mother and father, your mother and father, your mother and father, your mother and father, your mother and father. Yeah, I have a tattoo right here, right? It says, all you bullies, cyberbullies, keyboard trolls, your mother should have swallowed you. The universe will be without you. I'm going to tell them the other side is going to say, but you're here for a reason, because you're a fuck up. If you don't ever start your healing journey, you will always be a fuck up to your last dying breath. Respectfully. First I'm sour, then I'm sweet. My job and gifts to trigger everyone's feeling. All you circle zombies, you will hate me. All you squares, you will love me. And once again, if you're a square, only vibe with squares. You'll have a better life. Circle zombies, they're for the streets, toxic love. None of them are going for the home's love. Respectfully, comma, yet. Till they start the healing journey, mental health, maybe, potentially, they can do this. If not, why do you think these boys get triggered and shit? Because as men, we're not talking about feelings. But if we're talking about bitches, partying, kicking drugs, oh, they'll love my absolute fullest. I'm a fucking red pillar, educator. Blue pillars like him are entertainers. They're for all of them for the streets. I don't give a shit about man-made bullshit. That's why, for example, in all these conversations, like corny ass question, what do you bring to the table? I'm gonna tell my back. Eventually, make sure to hit. It's gonna say the big word other than your body, your beauty, your looks, your lust, your job, your car, your money, your home, and man-made bullshit. What are you bringing to the table? I just stripped all the universe and realms from everything man-made. You can't say I'm beauty. Nope. You can't mean beauty. Body. Nope. Car. Nope. So you don't have nothing for me? Then you're a blue pillar entertainer. This is Japanese to you. So your God in love is horizontal shit, mammy worldly bullshit. But you can't think anything about you. You have a lot of healing to do respectfully, you know. But once again, I love to bully bullies. And remember this: we're nobody's behind the screen, guys. To form people. That person right there, that boy, not a man, sound like a man, but he's a boy, emotionally, spiritually broken every which way. So have real support teams, guys. I respect even more when people are truthful and saying what they have direct. 1,000. What about my mother and father didn't get to? Oh, no. Sammy, once again, I'm not speaking to you directly. I said, no. Okay, what I was saying right now, that wasn't to you directly. Remember this, guys. If I'm speaking to you directly, number 1, John, Bill, I'm saying names. The bully that jumped in, number 2, around the burner account on Bigo. I'm calm. So once again, if anyone jumps in the live session and starts talking your bullshit to bully me, I love to bully bullies. So when they're being racial, ugly, stupid, I just say your mother and father. Sometimes, they can continue with the bullshit, or it stops in their tracks. What'd you say? Like, no, why'd you stop? Because I said mother and father? Tell me the same shit as psychology. I don't give a shit about words. I love to bully bullies. That's on my tattoo reason. Your mother should have swallowed you. The universe would be without you. But once again, if they stay long enough, I'm gonna tell them this, or I'm backside and say, but you're here for a reason, because you're a fuck up. To your last dying breath, if you don't ever start your healing journey, you will always be a fuck up. Respectfully, first I'm sour, then I'm sweet. Every which way. I love to bully bullies, because bullies ain't shit. All you circle zombies, you're all fucking bullies. You're all good for recreational use, for fucking breeding, and that's it. As partners, fuck no. Respectfully. Who says that? Any platform, show me, tag me. I would love to speak to them. You can't, because that's going to hurt people's feelings. They're not your feelings, that's their feelings. If it does hurt their feelings, terminology, I respect your boundaries. Do you want to talk about them? You don't have to, but then let's to trigger in a positive manner and bullying in a positive manner. From the outside looking in, that lets me know you're scared to become vulnerable. But then you say you want love, relationships. Okay, make that make sense. Respect. You're not ready for nothing in life, respectfully, you know? So, once again, Sam, yeah, but that wasn't to you directly. That was towards the bully. I love bullies. They're easy to have fun with, respectfully. And once again, for you behind the screen, to make it simple, anyone that bullies you is not a good person. Kids, they're still growing up, but they have to acknowledge the time. My kids, yo, by the time you guys graduate, you know, either you or your friends will have kids, and by then you're gonna have fucking RTD2, a little AI robot, physically by your side. You're going through a breakup. It's gonna tell you, you know what? I can elaborate breakups, divorces, and you know, all my tattoos. But you be like, no, play me a reel, put a movie, put anime, yeah. So you're running from your feelings. The little machine AI just talk to you. And once again, you're like, nope, because you don't want to feel your feelings, but you want love. Then you are the problem, because you're scared to feel these feelings, and you want someone magic to come in your life. Yeah, someone can come in your life to give you love, but to forewarn you, if they're in their healing journey more than their waking woke journey, they can walk away. Because I'll definitely walk away. But once again, me as a being, potential to be, day one off the rip, I tell her all these scenarios. On top of that, yo, Queen, go to my YouTube, Spotify. That's how I speak 1,000% all the time. So we can't talk to each other about everything. You're scared to be vulnerable. What are we doing here? What am I doing here? I will walk away. Now I'm going to ask you a question. We're writing together. Scenario. Can you handle rejection? Can you handle me walking away? Because you build walls. Because you have the right to do that. But once again, if you can't rejection, you're not ready for this, respectfully. That's how much I hurt your feelings. That's why I see in my head, energy, future in a positive manner. I already saw it, all these heads. All the scenarios in my head, in my mind type of situation, and it's not going to work out. And once again, Church and Queen, she's like, we haven't tried. Okay, Queen, if you really want to hurt, self-sabotage your life, hurt your own feelings, let's do this. Let's do this. And when I walk away, I forewarned you. I forewarned you every which way. On top of that, the boys behind me, none of these conversations. They won't even forewarn you. They don't give a fuck if they hurt your feelings. They care if they get the skins, one for the book. Brag to the whole squad that you smashed in type of situation. And he loves Jesus. Come on, man. Really? You know? I'm a normal person, honest, don't have any bad intentions or disrespect anyone. That's cool, Sammy. That means my terminology, I'll call you a square empathist, empath, you know, the nice guy, you know, a loving person. That's beautiful. But remember this, guys. That's you as one being. Not the, like, I don't date culture. I don't give a shit about race culture. No, I don't date racial culture. Spanish. No, I date you. I want to get to know you as a being. It's you and us together, and that's it. Associate, friendship, potential partnerships. Especially partnerships. Every which way. So that's what I'm saying. Like, as a being, Circle Zombie is not by my side. As a partner, once again, I'll be all the Circle Zombies. I'm in Seattle. Once again, I'll be their associates. I'll be their support teams. If they're not to talk to the environment, I even call them a friend. But to call her my girlfriend, triggering comment, to remind her for her face behind the screen, fuck no. I don't deal with toxicity. What? I know it seems mean, but to trigger you, what's good about you? Because you're beautiful. Here, Kick Queen. Your body can talk to me lustfully, but it's all about your mind. Because your mind tells your mouth to move and talk to me. It's called the conversation. Your mind tells your fingertips to message me. Right? So if we can't talk to each other once again, it's not gonna work out. But yes, I see what I'm in Seattle. I see what everybody sees, but they'll use you and they don't give a shit if you got some divorce type of situation. Some will, some can handle the rejection. I can handle all of that stuff, but I don't want to hurt your feelings. You know, and if you can't handle rejection, then that's your problem, not my problem. We can talk about it. You should work on the rejection part. Because remember this, for everybody out there, nobody has to stay. And when you're back to square one alone, my face tattoos, can you be alone? Do you know how to be alone? If not, you have a lot of healing to do, respectfully wise, you know? But guys, let me pick a couple more clips. And then I'm out of here because I gotta reach my own boundaries of 2 hours. And I'm already like 2 hours and 23 minutes in. Sorry guys. Let me play a couple more clips and I'll be out of here.
Be mindful of who you let touch you, but be even more mindful who you let inside of you. Because energy is not just exchanged, it's absorbed. Some are carrying trauma, toxicity, rage, shame, projection. And if you're not aware, you become a sponge for what was never yours. Every time you connect with someone physically, emotionally, you're making an energetic contract, a soul level imprint. Even if it's just a one-time thing, even if you haven't seen them in years, your body remembers and your spirit carries it. It
Intimacy isn't just physical, it's a full body energy transfer. You are letting someone into your field, into your nervous system, into your root. And what they leave behind doesn't always leave easily. This is why you feel drained after being with certain people. It's your frequency being pulled out of alignment. So before you let them in, ask yourself, do they carry peace or do they carry chaos? Do they make me feel lighter or do I feel heavier? Not everyone who desires you deserves you. And not everyone you feel connected to is supposed to interconnect through you. Your energy is currency. And the more you evolve, the more careful you must be about who gets access to it. Because someone can't touch your body without leaving an imprint on your soul.
And then, Sammy, if you can answer me truthfully, I will be very grateful to you. My question is, do you know about me already? Well, once again, King, like, I don't know you physically, right? Behind the screen, judge you wise behind the once again, only God can judge me. Everybody, I get judged all the time. Judging people is okay. It's called a communication. Now you're trying to sit there, observe the study to comprehend them, and that's called to study their energy. So behind the screen, I will call you a square, empathetic person, the nice guy, quote unquote. That's what I know by energy wise. Once again, I don't know you physically. You're a silent person behind the screen. So, but as it being, I can see everybody. Squares, circles, zombies. Squares, we're talking about vibing. This could potentially be a triggering type of situation, but you touch your mental health. That's a positive matter. Circles, zombies, like the boys that jump in the box, out the bullshit comment, they're the ones that get triggered by these conversations. Because they're fuckboys. They're bad boy fuckboys. They're bully, the racist, and the worst of all of us, the zombie, the acid addiction. They don't want to feel none of the feelings because their God and love is the bottle, drugs, and Skittles. All the bullshit pills they take. So yeah, respectfully wise, you know. Talking about my profile, you know about who I am from people in this app, right? I can look at your profile if you want me to. Let me see. I can get your picture. It's a picture of you holding this little snowman. And it says, Sammy hasn't written anything here yet. Why? Not ask them. That's it. That's your profile. Just a picture of you holding a snowman. So it's just a picture. So once again, Sammy, I don't know you as a physical being. I saw your picture and I was just holding a snowman. That's it. But based on this conversation, on the overall, you're a square. Empathetic person on the overall, you know, you can have conversations. But, you know, more, you know, you respond versus react on the overall. People that react are unmindful, too narcissistic wise, like the bully jumped there talking this bullshit. Those are people that are circled as zombies. And especially at nighttime, the freaks come out at night. During the day, they're sober, they love God, Buddha, the universe. At nighttime, the bottle, drugs, and pills. And the idea to sober up and they go to work and they're angels again. They love God, Buddha, the universe. Like, bruh, living two different lifestyles. Respectfully, you know? Like, I am pervert and treating people in here badly and more stuff like that. No, you can say that about yourself. That's what you are. That's what you claim to be. But no, if you're a pervert, quote unquote, you make comments like that type of situation, passing by to the fullest. You haven't said that so far. You still don't give me a straight answer. I don't know you. The answer is I don't know you. I know energy, so once again, I don't know you as a physical being at all. Zero. Once again, behind the screen, guys, we're all cyber people. Telling we do not exist. And as far as that, first of all, that queen that just pushed play, she's like, I met her on TikTok like 6-7 months ago. When it comes to the cyber universe, there's no such thing as man versus woman. Women run the universe 1,000%, and kids in the cyber universe every which way. You know, like my situation. So show me any other man on any platform that speak the way I speak. You know, if you can find them, tag me. I haven't found none of them. Respectfully, don't mention God, the universe, spirituality, right? But a lot of them are narcissistic as fuck, and I tell the queens, okay, respect and say this, right? Like, the easiest people to destroy is who? All the squares. The one, hello, number 2, welcome to life. The ones that what you might call it, that are too codependent of God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual, their ancestors. Nothing wrong with the belief. The downfall is if you don't comprehend this conversation. I can sell you a dream. Like, tell the queens, they'll be like, okay, queen, hey, coach, hey, Rita, what's your sign? I go, oh, you talking about astrology, queen? Just to forewarn you, like, I know of astrology, I don't comprehend it. A, communication. B, I don't comprehend it, but just to let you know, like, I can study, I got the AI, he can teach me everything about it, but I don't, once again, am I acting nice, being narcissistic, or I'm being nice, being empathetic? As a Japanese thing, I can destroy you every which way. So that's the easy people to destroy. Why do you think circle of zombies go after squares? All the religious spiritual people. Because they know that they're going to give a billion fucking chances. If they think that people like themselves, hell no, it's war zones. They know they can't sell each other dreams. If they go after squares, they can sell a dream. We fall for that bullshit because, you know, they tell a sob story and we think we're fixers, changers, and saviors. Like, yeah, nobody's God, Jesus, the universe. You think you are, but then self-sabotage your life, then what? Respectfully, you know? I know I'm asking about knowing me already or this, the first time that talking to, yeah, what I'm saying, I don't know you. You asked me a question, I don't know you. I know of you, once again, the conversation of energy, sure. But once again, I don't know you as a physical being. So, respectfully. We're outside, people behind the screen, and we don't know each other like that, respectfully. Murray, I'm single. Well, that's cool. I'm single too. I've been single for like 4 years now. 2 potentials. But once again, like, you can make comments, ask questions, spark conversations, or you observe people's energy. The first one, potential, excuse me, what's I'm gonna call it? I don't mind if I have a potential girlfriend, right? And she does casual drinking, casual marijuana, casual psychedelics, like casual cigarettes, sure. But if she needs it, that's called codependency, addiction. That means every time something triggers her, and she's always gonna run to what she knows: the bottle, drugs, and Skittles. So why would I date that? You can be benefits from the benefits, but not my girlfriend. You know, like I told her, like, okay, we cool, we said, well, like, great job, we changed energy till so then of course became one. Like, nah, we could do benefits type of situation. You want to be my girlfriend, respect me? I said, no, because look what you're doing, look at the life you live in. I don't do that. On top of that, what respect me to trigger you, but in a positive manner. Why would I bring you around my kids and my ex and her hubby? I do co-parenting. And when I'm in your scenario, let's say you're drunk, and the mother of boys and her hubby giving me shit, like, yo, like, whatchamacallit, you can be with her, but she's not gonna be around her kids, and then what? There's a problem, and that's gonna trigger you, and it's gonna cause war. But what will they be saying wrong? So I'm forewarning you, it's not gonna work out. If I was you, date zombies like you. If you're alcoholic, date alcoholic like you. Respect. I don't recommend it. You gotta be each other's throats, but respectfully, I won't do opposite attract. You know. The second one, once again, that's the scenario. I don't say names in here. The second one, that was like a year and a half ago. Another potential. I'm supposed to get both the queens. They shot the shot every which way. To get my attention, if a queen shoot the shot, yo, you got my attention. I could do all the bullshit like, the man shoot the shot. Yo, what year are you guys from? It's 2026 times, man. Then it was 2024 times. I go, yo, queen, just shoot your shot. Open your mouth. I guess some queens are hell introverted. You know, they'll version myself, right? I get it, I comprehend it. Like, she even told me, like, yo, you know, a lot of these women here, like, want to be with you, they like you, like, you got even someone in love with you. They sit here and talk to you forever. And you know they're not just talking just to talk. I know. So why don't you just do anything with them? Because respectfully, you know, why? Here's the best part. Why are you speaking to me? You shot your shot, right? And you're a potential, not even my girlfriend. But here's the kicker. Like, once again, when it comes to like a potential wise relationship and it falls apart, it'd be nice. It would be nice to talk to your ex-to-be about these conversations to the fullest. But remember this, guys, nobody has to talk to you, even if that's your ex-to-be. Because now they're going through a breakup. You're both going through a breakup. Let's say you got a rejection, like I can, and they can't. That's the problem. They don't want to talk to you because they know it's over. At the same time, before you get involved with anybody, if you are doing relationships, right? Let's say A and B monogamy, or you're doing poly open. As long as everybody talks about it, they went out the rip, that everyone's on the same page. But once again, no one has to speak to you. So her situation, she was doing benefits, family benefits, situationships. So her intent was not for love at all, right? So if you're doing benefit situationship type of relationships, right, then don't offer love, control your feelings, and don't start catching feelings and think, not know that you can do love relationships because you're not ready, because you've been doing benefit situationships, temporary bullshit, which I call it toxic love and lust. Or if you're both on the same page, then that's cool, because no one's selling nobody a dream. Yo, check it out, you're not my girlfriend, I'm not your boyfriend, you do you, I do I. Take care of yourself. Yeah, everyone's on the same page. But if you're doing benefits and you want to give out somebody that's doing a healing journey, or they want love relationships, the person doing benefits, they're going to hurt their own feelings every which way. Or the person that, when you both do opposite track, the person wants relationships, gets about someone that knows they're just do situationships, they're going to hurt their own feelings because they think maybe I could change the ways. Nobody can do for nobody at all. So her situation, and once again, that's why I tell for everybody out there, keep it simple. Can you handle rejection as one being? Like her situation, she goes to me twice. I didn't question my self-worth. I didn't become sad depressed. You know, I'm at Seattle at the farmer's market, my dad's little hustle, like, you know, quiet, and almost, you know, people are like, I'm sorry, guys, just, you know, there's a potential, and I'm my feelings, and just, I'm not gonna talk a lot, to keep it short, just give you the price, and that's it. No, I didn't go on social media. Guess what, guys? I got ghosted, so I'm gonna take a break from social media. Anyone on social media that says that fucking line and they can say verbally, I'm good, they're not good. When they before they met the person, social media, all the good shit, blogging and bullshit, right? Now they met that person and they took the energy and now they made a post, a clip, whatever situation that they didn't take a break from social media because they're going through depressing on my tattoos. They cannot handle rejection. Check on them. Suicidal thoughts, my neck tattoo, this side, whatchamacallit. It's a thought. In your head, do it a billion fucking times. Don't do it physically. Because yes, it sucks that you sold you a dream. You gave your all. Now, trust, I comprehend that feeling at the end of the universe. Without them, you can't function. You won't ever find love. Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. 1,000% comprehend it. But that's why you reach out for help and guidance. Like, yo, like, why does it hurt? Well, it hurts because you overlove, you overgave. But I know you gave your all in your head, your mindset. You probably pray, help manifest it, they'll be by your side forever. But here's the kicker: no one taught you that because they don't teach this shit. Anybody could leave. You believe not leaving you, they are leaving you. They are the one bullying you. But it's called rejection. What you're feeling is called rejection. When you comprehend to the fullest and you let everybody go, then no one can hurt you ever again. Because you already know all you need is you. It'd be nice to have a partner, but remember this: people will come and go. So you don't ever beg or chase adults. Only beg and chase kids. Your kids, nieces and nephews, friends' kids, because they're doing this conversation. Forewarn them every which way. And if they're going to toxic relations in middle school, high school, let them know, I was you. I know what you're going through and it sucks, but here's the kicker, I'm here for you. You can talk to me every day. You can reach out to me. I'm here for you. I don't want you to give up in life. Because that thought will come in, aka the devil, plant a seed of, suicidal thoughts, so you're not here tomorrow. But, which is a very selfish act. Really Spanish say that. And cause a lot of drama and bullshit, So, couldn't have come at a better time. Oh, thank you. I'm just telling stories once again. Blue eyes. Just telling stories every which way. Once again, a lot of people want love, but they don't know what that is yet. Thank you for the conversation, brother, and my apologies. I must be leaving. Oh, Simon, you're good. Once again, you're welcome, and you don't have to, no one has to apologize at all. And what you're saying about my religion or a prophet, you're wrong. Okay, so tell me about why you get about me from energy. I understand. Oh, once again, I say that terminology. I have my tattoos for a reason. Like behind the screen, your belief's not the issue. To form people, guys, like, check out. That's why I say all the terms. Do you believe that God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual, your ancestors can fix and save you? Yes, sure. Emotionally, spiritually, sure. Hey, what's up, Chad? How you doing? How's it going? Welcome to live. Sure, but physically, my tattoo my back. No one has to comprehend this. God, the universe, and beings, raw A, communication, and everyone's messengers. Nobody, zero, has to comprehend nobody at all. Only you as one being can do B, comprehension. I got 8 kids. I can't do comprehension for my 8 kids. I can save them physically, yes. And if I have money financially, yes. Emotion, mental, spiritual, no, I cannot. If they're stuck in, like I used to, like I tell my kids, I can't. If you're in toxic love, broken, co-ed relations, why is that the worst addiction in the universe, the most mental, spiritual, abuse, what I say about, you'll go back to them. I know you will. You go back to them, they go back to you, you give them a chance. Yeah, I was you. So I can say you physically, but I'm always surprised when you go back. And I see him at the fucking crib or here at the crib. Yeah, but I'll call her out. Yo, check out, this is my kid. Other parents, they don't know this conversation, no healing journey, leaving God's hands, no. So you can do the real bullshit for now, but if you want to get physical, they won't call the cops, I'll call the cops. On top of that, I do my podcast, social media. I'll make you famous on social media. This is how you slow down the spiritual warfare. If everybody, especially your empathetic queens, told your story, check out. This is my story. This is my ex, John Doe, right? Be careful with names. Only if you got physical fucking receipts, right? Digital receipts that, your ex got DV, domestic violence, all that bullshit, then there's no such thing as defamation. But there's no paper trail like that. Why is they use picture John Doe for legal issues and tell your story. This is the red flags that I missed, the boundaries that they passed, that I passed, but I accepted, what I tolerated. If you're dating my ex, just stay observant of these red flags. You don't have to comprehend me. You can think that I want my ex or I'm hating. No, I'm just forewarning you. I don't want you to get this way like I did. That's how everybody slows down the spiritual warfare. Trust. If all the squares did that shit, circle of fucking zombies, no one's gonna date their fucking asses. They will have to date each other, but it'll be a bloodbath every which way. It's not gonna work out. Circle zombies together, war fucking zone. Now circle zombie with a square, yeah, we give 1,000 fucking chances to magically one day we walk the fuck away. Yeah, don't do that, please. Respectfully. Jimmy, thank you for your experience, strength, and comfort. I live in Daytona Beach and would love to meet you. Oh, thank you. I just tell stories once again. Talk about it. Damn, you got it in. 8 kids. Okay, daddy had a good time. When I say respectful wise, like, you know, I was a little careless. I was just in a journey, no healing journey. Like, you know, I tell my kids, like, definitely take care, and not just my kids, everybody behind the screen. Like, I say respect. If you have no kids, you're blessed. Respect for your kids, you're a blessing. Also a lesson, because if you have no kids and you're suffering, trust. Your kids will suffer fucking more than you if you don't start this healing journey, mental health, and have real support teams. And what are you going to tell you kids? Go to church, pray, live in God's hands, pray about how it manifests, A for fucking effort. Your belief's not fucking suffering. You are suffering. Now you see your kids suffer. That's how you tell them. Go see a counselor therapist. If that counselor therapist can elaborate and tell these stories correctly. If not, how the hell are you doing counseling therapy for years? I've been going to counseling therapy since I was in kindergarten, and you're fucking a college student. I'll call you. I've been in Seattle. Come out. You're still broken every which way. And they're telling me, like, man, my therapist counselor hasn't told me anything. He just told me, because they don't know. Maybe they have no personal experience. But you would think all these clients they have after all this time, they could tell you more than, you know, these stories. Or not. Respect for you. You got a poor ass counselor therapist. I mean, me as a being, my face tattoo, I cut all the universes, 2D to 10D the Matrix, teaching me some shit I don't know. Eventually, I'm gonna add 20D because I know there's 20D until after I got my tattoo. Every being out there, I challenge you in a positive manner, debate me in a positive manner about mental health, the healing journey, talks, relationships, and home. I don't give a shit about nothing man-made. Like, counseling therapists, see how they get offended, you know, like, you know, I would say at free therapy, like, you know, therapist, I'm like, well, I guarantee 1,000, I could take 95% of your clients easily, especially if you're not saying what you're saying. Here's the best part. You're a counseling therapist, face-to-face, take anywhere in my body, tell me a story. You went to college, mental health, you give a shit about the fucking brain, the dopamine high, the front cortex. I go, fuck, I tell him respect, I'm blunt, fuck the brain. Like Buddha taught, ask the student, point to where your mind's at. What does student do? Point at his head, that's your head. Well, yeah, my brain, that's your brain. Inside your brain, pointing me where your mind's at. Nobody can do that. I can't even do that. Spirituality talk, my mind is in a different realm, in heaven, in a different timeline. I already comprehended what I had to do in this lifetime. I got my life back. And then, you know, religious Buddhist teachings, when I kick the bucket and scenarios, I use the word faith and idea type of situation. There is reincarnation, afterlife, you know, different timelines. So I do all this bullshit all over again with a different family, getting talked, all this, the same fucking shit, same bullshit. Yeah, so I pray God in the next lifetime, you know, someone sparks me in this conversation, all my tattoos, the terminology wise, and I can start studying about empath, narcissist, deflection, mental health, you know, the generational cycle at fucking 7 years old. I don't have to comprehend it, but I keep studying until, once again, only I can do comprehension. I have 10,000 teachers. They can comprehend everything they just told me. They're telling their stories to me, but I don't have to comprehend nobody. That's on top of it, that no one has to comprehend nobody at all. That is your choice for will. When you do comprehension, what do we all say? That's what you were trying to tell me? I finally got it, clicked in, comprehension. It might have took you 10 years. Now you know what toxic is. Now you know why you walk the fuck away. Yeah, it's not ever too late, but if you can tell people stories and pay it forward, especially younger than you are, that's phenomenal, man, you know? Respectfully. Wish I had people like you around me in my real life. Would be nice. Hey, Shelly, once again, Queen. Same here, once again. Like, trust me, like, that's what I say all the time. Maybe physically behind the screen, guys, you don't have a real support team. These conversations, what am I doing? I don't have to be here. All my tattoos, I don't do none of this. But I decided to do, well, almost 6 years ago, May 3rd, be 6 years. I made it back to the universe. When I started my healing journey, almost 6 years ago, when I figured this healing journey out, and I comprehend why the relationship failed, why, you know, our parents are toxic, the terminology of the generational cycle, I'm calling everybody the fuck out. And that's what I did. That's what I do. I call everybody out. I don't give a shit what your belief is, respectfully, because your belief's not bullying me. You're bullying me. You're mad at me. Why are you mad at me? You know? I want to figure that out as a being. And on top of that, I don't want people that are squares, empathetic people that are nice and astral to suffer for too long. And especially keep dating fucking circle of zombies. The bad boy, the bad girl, the fuck boy, the fuck girls, the bullies, the racists. The worst of all was the zombie acid addiction. You're going to self-sabotage your life and destroy yourself for many years to be, babies to be. And maybe down the road, potentially wise, when you start the healing journey, and now you comprehend it. Oh shit, it's cool. Give yourself grace. You fucked up. But once again, you can say the word if. Do not waste too much energy on the word if. I wish my parents, they did the best they could. Give them grace. Because trust. If they need this conversation, they would be telling you this when you was a little kid. I tell my 8 kids, I've been speaking to you like this for 6 years now. Best as possible, right? I know if yes, there's that again, like, preaching. I'm like, I know you just don't understand where I'm coming from as a father. Like, I don't want you to get destroyed like I did, like your mom did, for too long. You can get destroyed a little bit, but I'll be here for you. Like, I'm always here for you every which way. I don't want you to give up on life, and then suffer for too long. And that's to warn people to kind of see the fear. That's the hard part of being a parent type of situation, especially when you do co-parenting. Like, fuck, now that you know what you know, 1,000%, right? The relationship's over. Like dead ass. I would love to go home, right, and see my kids again and have a family again, but that family dynamic's over at 1,000%. Nothing against me. I told her, nothing against you, but you and I are not ever again type of situation, right? It's nothing against you, but now that I worked on myself, if once again, guys, do not put too much energy on if, because then you go down the rabbit hole, you do all scenarios, and you waste your energy. It's over. It's a past been written. Learn from it so you don't do this again. That's why I don't want to have a 3rd baby moms, a 4th. No, there's got to be a reason why relationships fail. I'm not the only one listening to my second family. There's people that have like fucking 20 baby moms, 20 baby fathers, and they don't know fucking why. None of them know why. They're all on a journey, on a healing journey, right? And they all go to church. And nothing wrong with the belief. It's them as a couple. That's the problem, respectfully, How old were you when you started to learn and grow? Oh, Queen, 39. My tattoo, you can't see because my hoodie's on. Even Seattle would be like, why do you have 39 tattooed on your right arm? Like, oh, that's when I started and completed my healing journey. What do you mean completed? Well, terminology, healing journey. Real support teams, we heal you, right? Like, they were healing me, wise, right? And when I'm healed, all my tattoos are my scars. I let everybody go, right? So now I have all these tattoos. That crown thorn for Jesus, I decided to crucify myself with my tattoos to get your attention. It's not for validation. Initially, some of my tattoos for myself, to remind us for myself, but that's when I was doing my healing journey. I already completed. I let everybody go. My neck tattoo. I let go my exes, my past pain, my toxic love, trauma, child trauma at 39. I let everybody go. I don't think it was my parents, none of my family, none of my exes, because none of us knew any of this conversation. Religious talk. Because that's, your caregivers, the talk and rage type of situation. Just go to church, pray, live in God's hands, be a good person, show respect. That's it. Be a hard worker. What do you fucking do? You through the thick and thin. That's not factual at all. Especially as toxic, it's not factual at all. But it's okay. Give yourself grace. The next potential to be, you don't do none of your past. You don't date your toxic family with the new part to be, and your new part, if you're doing the healing journey, they're doing the healing journey. They don't bring their past to present best as possible. So yeah, that's why I speak the way I speak. If not, everything I think to myself, if I didn't do the healing journey, if I didn't reach out for help, and what do men usually do? What do we do? Body hop in the whole face or get into the girlfriend right away. Like my family and friends, like fresh breakup, right? Almost 6 years ago, and then trying to do co-parenting shit. Like I had it has to be mom and dad type of situation. It's a lot of pressure going to work. 8 kids, a fresh baby. He was on maybe like 6-7 months. It was a lot of shit. Like, damn, so that's the shit that she dealt with. Like, but once again, I told her, I gave myself grace. None of my male family members told me, hey, shut up. Yeah, I know you work hard, that's cool, but when you get home, try to help with the kids. I tell all the guys, she can hate you, right? But take out the garbage, help with the kids. Yo, kids can tell you she's doing a good job. She can hate you, but she love you a little bit fucking more because now you recognize her. You love her. You show love her, not just bullshit, just lust and bullshit. And, all you do is sit at home. It's, the more kids, the more stress it is, respectfully. But once again, for everybody out there, give yourself grace. You did not know. Once you know, they intend not to do it again, That's awesome. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, Queen. Once again, I wanted to figure out for myself. If not, trust me. If not, I could potentially be in another toxic relationship, right? Because if all you know is toxicity, that's all you fucking date. Trust. Everyone's robotic. Either a square, you're a circle, or a zombie. and all you in your life you just had toxic relationships, trust me, the day you meet a person in the healing journey, and they can say this terminology wise, or once again, just the energy, like, they're not mean, they actually care about you, they worry about you, and they check on you type of situation, if they're more on the waking woke journey, but you can leave, like, what? I'm going with my friends, okay, be safe out there, like, you're not going to stop me? Just be safe, behave type of situation, do good. So you don't care? I care about you, but we're adults, we're a couple, that deals that you respect our boundaries, you don't pass boundaries, and so on and so on. That's it. You might think that's boring because there's no verbal altercations, there's no toxicity. You would potentially call it boring. And then, because of overthinking or trauma and bullshit, before they cheat, I will cheat. Before they leave, I will leave. Before they break up, before all that, yeah, you're about to self-sabotage a relationship. Let's say scenario, they wasn't gonna leave you ever. But once again, can they handle rejection? Let's say you're the last person. You know what? After this situation, another relationship, and they cheat, ghost me, I'm done. Like my situation, dead the fuck out of my first baby moms. I knew her for basically 12 years of my life, right? When she cheated was like 2008, 2009. It's been so long, right? So after that, I was like, you know what? I'm born as a Catholic. Yo, God, the universe, I love you. The V card, the Virgin card, I saved the right one. I fucking lost the wrong one. You know what? Now it's my turn. Went from a square, the nice guy, right, to a circle. Started being the bad before this type of situation. Huh?
Can I ask you a question, buddy?
Go for it, number one.
Question?
Go for it.
Why'd you disfigure your face to advertise stuff that nobody asked about? Most people don't want to know about whatever it is you wrote up there.
Boys don't, like you don't. You know what a narcissist is? You know what a bully is?
Don't call me a boy.
Yeah, you're a boy.
Call me a boy to my face.
You're a boy. You're a boy. Look at your picture. You're a boy. That's the same. Fuck all boys. I'm not here for I just say I'm here for men. There ain't no fucking men out there. It's like 0.01% men. All these fucking boys, they're fucking for the streets. They don't know shit about mental health. All you queens that date fucking boys and get fucking wrecked. And then I promise you 1,000. I'm probably gonna tell me you're gonna pray about manifest that one fucking day. When will that one day be? 20 years from now? After you have 20 fucking baby moms and he whooped the fuck out of you? Yeah. But don't worry, God will do it. I keep it simple day one. God's not suffering, you're suffering. Why? Respectfully, Hey guys, on TikTok, I'm gonna close the live, reopen the live because I got reported for bullying. I love to bully bullies every which way, to the fullest. Because all bullies ain't shit. End the story. If that hurt your feelings, your feelings, not my feelings. I respect your boundary. Didn't want to talk about it? No, then you are the problem. End the fucking story. That's why boys hate this conversation every which way. My tattoos is a map to life. Respectfully, nothing against the Bible, but it's the modern day Bible about mental health healing journey. That's what I tell the queens. The potential to be the like me. Yo, queen, check out. I'm going to send a picture of all my tattoos to you. And if any tattoo in my body triggers you, it's not going to work out. End of story. We haven't tried. Why do you want to try with somebody that has tattoos that trigger you? Make that shit make sense. What? If you are cool, bet I can handle rejection. So if you too traumatized, you too triggered, too toxic, I'll walk away. You're prego, co-parenting every which way. If they hurt your feelings not my feelings, respectfully. I don't deal with toxicity. That's why circle of zombies hate this conversation, especially more on the male side. They're fucking boys. They're not men. Cosmetically men, yes, but how can you be a fuck boy, fuck girl, and believe in a higher source? Make that make sense. That's how people don't talk to them about higher source if you're a circle or a zombie and acid addiction. If you're not doing detoxing, rehab, actually trying to do healing journey, I'll call you out. Yo, your God and love, especially if you're a zombie, is drugs, right? The bottle, alcohol, and pills, which I call them Skittles and shit. I'm a bully in a positive matter. When you're sad depressed, run through your fucking middles. Your Skittles, your bottle, and bullshit drugs. That is your God, it's your love. You won't know what loving God is for quite a while, respectfully. And I know that fucking man-made addiction sucks because it's every which way. They just use God to sound good. Exactly, Amber. That's the thing. Respect when I say that. Like, just because you meet, I tell the queens all the time, like, a lot of queens are religious, right? I met them at church. Queen, church is not the issue. The Bible is not the issue. God's not the issue. Your beliefs, He is the issue. She is the issue. Whoever fucking mistreats you, that's the problem. So you can blame God. No, it's the devil. Sure, he can plant a seed. Yeah, he planted a seed, but no one puts a gun to nobody's head. Because every being has the same choice every day above ground. Every gift, what is it? Choice and free will. So let's say you love him. That is your free will. Let's say fucking emotional spiritual abuse, he's a fuckboy. That is his choice, if you will. And for both of you, the sign, the miracle of God from the universe, your ancestor, is a fucking door. Hasta la puerta. The fucking door is right there. That is the miracle. That is a sign. Both of you bitch about each other every morning, every night about it. I used to be you. But the day that you're ready to leave, will you not go back? Will you not give him another chance? If you give him a chance, then that's the worst addiction. The emotional and the spiritual trauma bonds. That sucks balls because in your head, I need them. I feel guilty. To make it simple for everybody out there, yo, if you're adults, to remind you, especially queens, remember this, go to that door. Don't ever look back. That's not your kid. Stop being the mother, the father, the provision. Let them fuck up. That is not your kid. Let them cry. Who gives a fuck? That's not your kid. Respectfully. Kids don't know this conversation at all. That's an adult, quote unquote. Technology, all these platforms. I'm a fucking 5 platform, 5 cell phones. I was when I was home 10. And I don't have to be here. All the boys talk to shit. Who you talking to, bro? Nobody's here. Maybe not on TikTok, but Bigo, let's say scenario, nobody's here any platform. I'm doing this for myself to pay it forward. It's a live podcast. Go to my YouTube, Spotify, many platforms, coach you the podcast. If you go to YouTube, you see physically me. You'll hear voices, someone in the box, or I'm playing clips. But everyone comments or DM me, yo, who are you speaking to? It's only you. Exactly, it's only me. I can speak to myself. Can you speak to yourself? Do you know this conversation? This is all I talk about. Mental health healing journey. Toxic relationship, which I say toxic love, broken co-parenting relationships. If you have kids, co-parenting. If not, your kids become you, and then what? Then what? What happens? The generation cycle continues to fuck on. Once again, this is not even my spiritual gift, because nobody even, which I'm surprised all you spiritual people respect when I say this, like you don't even say this shit. You're into astrology, numerology, crystals, Wiccans, I'm a starseed, light worker, all this terminology I've heard. Only because why? 6 years, well, almost 6 years ago, I started my healing journey. I heard all this terminology. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Everyone starts 2D, blue pillar, entertainers, NPCs. That's just a journey. No healing journey. Your God and love, like I used to be, is man-made bullshit, worldly things. It's all horizontal. When you start the healing journey, now you become an educator, right? And now your God love becomes vertical. You're trying to learn to love higher source, whatever your higher source is. It could be a rock. And then you as a being, then everybody around you, every which way. Every which way. That's how you start doing this healing journey for yourself. That's, once again, that's a good thing about technology. Which, once again, when I say this thing, I'm going to say I'm not going to use a being, but you can do journaling. You can write. That's a lot of work. Technology, you can do audio voices. Cool. Technology, grab your phone, someone tattoo, look directly at the camera, do video blogs. This is a stream. It's a live stream, live podcast. You have your cell phone, right? You push record on your phone. It's not streaming. If you want to upload it, sure, but you do it for yourself. They're called video blogs. And when you start your healing journey, the cool thing is you can rewind time. When anyone's like, bro, you sound strong. When you sound hella strong. Well, I sound stronger better now. Whatever time frame. 4 years ago, hell no, I was going to break up, divorce, all else. I was doing really fucking bad. What? My situation, go on my YouTube. Go 6 years back. I was talking about my ex. Every time I wanted to cry on a live session. What's up, Boski? How you doing? Welcome to live. What you gonna call it? I'll be like 50 cents. Speak through my teeth, because I don't want to. You can get King. You can cry. Nah, I'll cry after the live session. No one's gonna watch me cry live. Nah, I'm good. And that's okay, because obviously when I can talk about anything, but something about my ex, fresh breakup, had to co-parenting. Obviously, you get emotional. It's a fresh breakup, current events, current pain. That's why I preach about doors of pain, matching NF the rap artist. Work on the first door of pain, the most recent pain, because that's whoever, your job, whatever mammy bullshit hurt you, which is called what, and then whom, a physical being. That's most current events. That's the most recent pain. Now, focus on that pain. First hard part is communication. You don't have to do that. It's your choice, if you will. Which is called forgive. You can't forget it, lived it, happened to you as a being. The second hardest part for a lot of people to do is what? Let go. Do closure for yourself. Comprehend why it happened to you. To do what? Comprehension. And to inform you, nobody can do comprehension for you. Your kids can't do it. Your parents can't do it. God can't do it for you at all. The universe can't do it. The universe is not suffering. God's not suffering. You are suffering. The question is why and for how much for longer. That's the question. I tell my kids, yo, I don't have the gift to take nobody's pain for nobody at all. Even if I could, I still will not take your pain. What? Why? Because if I took your pain away from you and you didn't go through what I went through, this healing journey shit, trust, I take your pain from you, go to breakup, the next day, feel good, the glow up, all the good shit, get in a toxic relationship to destroy you, you're gonna come back to me, codependency. Hey, Rito, I know I got a new girlfriend, new boyfriend, and they fucking ghosted me, they broke up, they cheat on me. Can you do that? Can you do me that favor again? Take this pain from me? Like, I'd be like, no. See, I told you. I did it one scenario, and you're back here again. So every single breakup you go through, you always come back to me. That's called codependency. You don't want to feel your feelings. I know it hurts, and it sucks balls to the fullest, but that pain you're going through, it's not forever. If you allow it to be forever, it shall be forever. I cannot take your pain from you at all. Respectfully, you know? What do I do for my career, coach? What's up, Bosco? Well, career-wise, what are you into? Like, once again, behind the screen, I preach about, like, you know, environments. Behind the screen, you know where you live at. So, like, is there opportunities locally-wise? I use myself as an example. I'm Washington State. Eastern Washington, there is work. But the mentality over there, the old school white folk, the brown folk, the Spanish people, Hispanic Spaniards, and the red people, Native Americans, especially on the male side, like they're old school 1950 time Rolodex times. Like, tattoos are wrong, especially my neck face tattoos are wrong. And from there, wise, what I talk about, because they know, as a small town, everybody knows everybody. I knock on all the boys and shit. They're but fuck boys. Like, yo, your job's not for being a fuck boy. You are. Why? You go to church for what reason? Say God for what reason? Buddha the universe for what reason? Who the fuck are you to judge me? Who am I? Oh, let me show you. Face tattoo. 1% woke, where the referee judges the universes and realms. That's who I am. I just checked you. What's good? So, remember this. Your belief's not being a fuck boy. You are. So, what's good? Respectfully. That hurt your feelings? That is my job, is my gift. The best part, we don't ever have to speak to each other again. But now I planted seed in you, and now you built hatred. How can you allow a nobody to come in your life and take your energy? Make them say, I don't know you. Worry about somebody's once again. Who are somebody's? Physical beings that you know that traumatize the fuck out of you. That's somebody's. I'm a nobody. If I come in your life face to face behind the screen and take energy, I'm a beast. You know, respectfully. Michigan. Oh, once again, Bosco. I apologize if I kill your name. What you gonna call it? I preach about environments. So you have resources. You got Indeed.com, Monster.com. Facebook, Craigslist, apply everywhere. Definitely have a good, like, decent resume. And this is the part where God Universe tests you. Like, it sucks in this man-made universe, but here's a kicker to make it easy for you best as possible. The physical matrix, make it simple, right? Job, money, car, home. Keep it simple. Even if you're at McDonald's, studio, a little bucket Honda, that's it. You're maintaining. You have a little, you're scraping by, but as long as you're doing good on the overall, you're best for yourself. And to help you out, anyone that bullies you is not a good person. End of story. I don't give a shit who they are, what they claim to be, what they believe they are. Because bullying is wrong. End of story. End of story. People speak, the way I speak, I bully people in a positive manner because it's called mental health every which way. So once again, that's the physical matrix. Maintain it. Nobody can beat it. Look at these deletes. Billions of dollars, and they're still fucking, they have all my tattoos. They have anxiety, depression, suicide thoughts. They can't go to exes. Yeah, your money can't talk to you. You're financially rich. Awesome. I'm in Seattle, right? A lot of people I talk to right here in Ballard, they're rich, ballers, 6 figures plus, right? And we have deep conversations. Why? Not because of me as a being. I'm part of it, the vessel, because my tattoos. They'd be like, you have a lot of tattoos. If I wear my work jacket, all you see, like my hoodie, face, neck, and my hands, right? It was like, yesterday was pretty hot, about 60 degrees wise, right? And it was hella busy. So I have like, 5 work shirts that are, just traditional sleeves, and then short sleeves, whatever, cut out t-shirt sleeves, and my other 5 are long sleeves. So I thought, thinking not knowing, I'll wear my long sleeve. I take out my hood and my jacket, and the customer's like, oh my gosh, you have a lot of tattoos. I'm like, yeah, they're just words. I'm like, yeah, just words. My hand notes. Like, you don't mind if I read them? Do your thing. If you want, you can take pictures. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Hey, what's up, Stormtrooper? How you doing? Welcome live. Okay, what do you say about working through childhood trauma for a young adult? Oh, childhood trauma? So, okay, that's my neck tattoo, and after rap artist, I took his song, made it my way. That's the last door of pain. So when it comes to childhood trauma, like, for sure, first and foremost, have like a real support team every which way. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Chalupa? How you doing? Welcome to live. I didn't see you here. I apologize. I try to see people on other platforms. So whatchamacallit, I definitely recommend having your support teams. Best as possible. If your parents aren't talking to you about this healing your mental health, give yourself grace to the full. I mean, give them grace to the fullest because they don't know. Like me, what am I doing this for? If you go on my YouTube, right? If my father needs conversation, my uncles, my grandpa, rest in peace, my grandparents, they're not here no more, right? Respectfully wise, right? And rest in peace to them. they would be my live sessions. I'd be people like young cats that do like video blogs and, you know, blog people and shit. I would love to have my family and friends in this conversation, but they don't know this conversation. So that's why you give all of them grace, because they're just in a journey like you was. No hidden journey. They all go to church. Once again, their beliefs not the issue. Them as a being is the issue, especially as toxic couples. That's the issue. Who says that on any platform? No one really says that. That's why I call everybody out. Like, yo, I speak black and white, live black and white, think black and white. As a being, I'm always trying to dissect the universe with this healing journey, mental health, to make it easier for you, so you don't be like do it for years to be, or you know, very long time. And that's why I tell all the time for people with rejection, can you handle rejection? Anybody can walk away. That is their choice if you will. And you can give your all, yes. The thing is, when it hurts you, because you cannot control and protect the energy, karma, yet you don't know how to. Why do I say scenario? I have 1,000 potentials, not my girlfriends, and they all ghost me, cheat on me, divorce me. Respect me, I don't care. I don't question my self-worth. I'm becoming depressed. I trip, I don't fall, I adapt to my life, I adapt to my environment. The over myself, I tripped and I fell hard, really fucking hard. Put my hand out. Yes, God, the universe got me, emotionally, spiritually, 24/7, 365. They're by my side. They're all unconditional love. We beings are conditional love. Yo, God, universe, check it out. Like, you know, I've been talking to you for a minute. I'm going to church, whatever you believe in, right? But our relationship's toxic, and you know, if you change the ways to treat me better and be nice and love me more, you know, I'll go to church. It's called transactional love. God, higher source, unconditional love. We beings are transactional love. Comma, for now. When you start the healing journey, more awakening journey, especially woke journey, there is no more transactional love. There's no favors. Like, you're 1,000% you, and that's it. You know, 1,000% people will come and go. Especially when you speak the way I speak to the fullest. Like, yo, like, if we can't, but this to be a say all the time, if we can't talk to each other about everything, then what are we doing here? What am I doing here? I worked on myself. He will let everybody go. So respectfully, what am I doing here? And once again, my situation, my scenario, the potential to be, I tell them day one off the rip, all these conversations, all these scenarios, so they know what they get into every which way. So I'm not here so nobody a dream. And on top of that, I don't want her to hurt herself to get involved with me because she thought she was ready. Thing is not knowing. You gotta know you're ready for love respectfully, you know? Are you Jewish? Oh no, negative. Yo, thank you, Shelly. Thank you, Queen. No, I'm not Jewish. Blue Conversations. I'm Hispanic, you know, Mexican American, Chicano, quote unquote, from the States. My parents from Mexico. I've never been. I would love to go to Mexico. The idea is to go to Mexico, but you know, it's kind of rough out there. You know, I just want to go visit my family. I never met. I've video chat, sure technology. Hey, what's up, Bubblicious? What's the life? How you doing? What you gonna call it? But good, thank you. Yourself? But it's just the gang mafiosos. That's the downfall. They're brown with tattoos. I'm brown with tattoos. They're about the life. I'm not about the life. So I would just love to just, once again, just to talk to the people, like my family. What's up with you? How you doing? You know, record them and shit, you know, chop it up with them. Who knows? So here's the best part, right? To foreign people, like, you can travel, right? There are beautiful people everywhere, right? But you gotta be realistic every which way. Let's say the potential partner, I go to Mexico, I visit. There's a potential being like she's beautiful, cosmetically, her energy, all the good shit. These conversations, right? But yeah, remember this. But I live in America. She lives in Mexico. How are you supposed to make it work? Deadass, you gotta be realistic. Like, you know, paperwork, the whole, you know, green card, all that'll be a process. It could be years, especially now this whole racial tension and bullshit. It could be years, fucking years before she can legally come to the States. And then what? Respect. That's what I tell people. Like, you know, you gotta be realistic every which way. Every which way. If not, hurt yourself over love, over give. You know. Do you have any silver jewelry? Oh, respect. I don't wear jewelry. If I had any jewelry, it'd be like my ex necklace, XXX Tentacion. Because once again, he is the first being that I see that actually doing the healing journey, especially from the ghetto hoods. And then, you know, he was viral. He was, my belief, you know, Drake took him out and the weak ass elites because he was waking up the universe, especially from the ghetto hoods. My terminology, all the ghetto hoods can become the suburbs if everyone put their pride and ego away and got along. But no, fucking man-made wars about man-made bullshit. Black versus white, yellow versus purple, all this corny ass bullshit. And they all want love, magic in relationships. To keep it 1,000 off from the ghetto hoods, there's no such thing as love in the ghetto hoods. Kids have more love than adults do, comma, for now. If those kids don't ever leave the ghetto hoods, that's all they know. Every which way. After my tattoos, you can't see them. It says right here, it says, I believe it says, all ghetto hoods are loose to the playgrounds, hell on earth, toxic love on us, toxic relationships. And this one says, all suburbs, good areas are God's playgrounds, hell on earth, love and lust, healthy relationships. So I'm in the suburbs. There's love and squares everywhere around me, but here's the situation, my situation, that the queen is like, my energy is too strong because I'm very, very direct. And that's what they tell me, like, I've been hearing this for almost 4 years. Potential is like, face to face behind the screen in Seattle, they'd be like, I love your energy, I love conversation. Be like, thank you, queen, thank you for the comment. Because when I say this, pride and ego, I control, I hear it a lot, thank you for that. I just worked on myself, healing journey. I care about you. If you're potential to be, I want to have this conversation, right, on the overall, right? But here's the kicker, like, and we have cool conversations, but I do scenarios. And they're like, why you always, like, question me in new scenarios? Because I want to make sure you're ready. I know I'm ready for love, but are you ready for love? You can think you are. And then typically when we do conversations like this, they be like, well, shit out. You might be my potential boyfriend to be, right? But don't become a counselor or my therapist. And there it is. That's what time we'll see. That's my point being. That corny ass line I've been here for almost 4 years now. You think you're ready. You're not ready for love, respectfully. So what do you want to do? Scenario. Once again, I say this all the time. Let's say I didn't hurt you. An outside source, your father, your bully, traffic, your boss, your baby father, scenario, whatever it is, right? And then when you come home, I know energy 1,000, and you can lie to me and say, you're good, but I know you're not good, so I'm gonna get crucified. You're gonna build walls. You need your space. You're gonna push me away. So what are we doing here? What am I doing here? So it's not gonna work out. But we haven't even tried. I go, you watch too many movies like I did. No, they don't have this scenario. But okay, shut up. If you want to do this, remember this. I can walk away. I can handle rejection. Can you? If you keep pushing me away, I'll walk away. I'll give you 3 chances. After that, after I'm tied on this, right? I already have 39. I'm going to tie to 3, 7, and 12. So when people ask me, why do you have those numbers? There's the spiritual queens, some spiritual queens. Is that numerology? Well, you can put in that category because it's a number, but no, that's my personal experience. If it's just like, verbal conversations, verbal scenarios, I'm giving you 3 chances, potential partners, friendship. I'll definitely walk away. If I hurt your feelings, that's my job, my gift. You want to talk about it? No. I put your boundaries, but there it is. It's good to become vulnerable, right? Cool. That is your truth for will. I'm not a Bible thumper. 7, second baby mom, the mother of boys, co-parenting, 7 years too long. Till she walked in. Here's the best part. I told her, yo, we got a year. If this does not get better, TLC is not happening, and we're trying, I'm walking away. So that probably put fear of her in a positive manner. And she walked away. I got curveball. Like, what? She dead ass walked, got up like 8, 9 in the morning on May 3rd, 2020. And she's like, yo, I'm done with you. It's over. I'm down. And I was like, once again, I tell the kings all the time, she'll give you 1,000 chances, not 1,001. That one day, I cannot tell you that one day doesn't happen. But when it happens, it does not matter how she leave. It's gonna hurt really fucking bad. Yeah, reality check. It's happened for real, So 7 years too long. Then 12. The mother of my daughters, my baby moms, right? Debbie mother, respect, nothing against her. Journey, no healing journey. 12 years too long till I walked away. But for all of us, no healing journey. All in a journey. And we all believe in God, church, etc. Wise. Yeah, beliefs weren't the issue. We was the issue. And we're all stuck on then. The generational cycle. Not just tell stories to pay it forward. So no one, well, I can't say nobody. So you don't stay for too long and sell yourself a dream. Especially you queens. Because you're the ones going to have kiddos. And I could become a Debbie father. Making kids is easy. Being a mother, father is easy. Being a parent is easy. And now can you do parenting? Shit falls apart, co-parenting. He or she's too toxic, parallel parenting. But you can potentially trigger them. Fuck her, fuck these kids. I'm out. I'm a Debbie mother. I'm a Debbie father. That is their choice, if you will, respectfully. But I call everybody out. No Debbie mother, Debbie father is a good person. They cannot say God love the universe. And when you call me out, who are you judge me? Face tattoo, that's who I am, respectfully. Hispanic here also. Oh, okay, remember, awesome. South Texas, baby. Oh, Tejano, I see. So true. You know what's up, Shelly? Or Shell, I apologize. Please correct me, Shell or Shelly. But whatchamacallit, and once again, for everybody out there, I just tell stories to pay it forward so you don't become me and many of us, because it sucks. Deadass. Watch. Oh, shit. You know what? I would love to play this clip. You know what? Maybe I can find my TikTok. It's on my main phone, but it's on my Twitch right now. But I'm using that because my iPhone, for some reason, it's not letting me save. It's okay. It say the live session, but I'm upside down. It just barely started doing this shit 24 days ago. So I might gotta keep using software to 188 corrected. Why? So I was like, you know what? Let me tell my Droid. Maybe it's iPhone issue. I don't know. I don't speak phone to the fullest. And yeah, my Droid works correctly. It records normal. Let me see if I can find it out here real fast. If not, I just can't. It's my main phone. Because like my ex, right? Which we sent. She'll send me clips type of situation, right? Like she sent me a clip. So a Facebook post that said that the guy like true co-parenting is when they like Shell. Okay, awesome Shell. It's Michelle. I just dropped me. Oh really? Okay, awesome. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. So Shell, thank you, Queen. Whatchamacallit. So she sent me a post right from Facebook, and it said like, you know, true co-parenting when the father of the kid could be there at the soccer games, football game, blah blah blah. Like, and I told her, yeah, that is correct. If I have a job that pays me well, that I can have time like that. Not many of us have time like that. Only if you go to college, you're badass, like you geek tech, you remote work type of situation. I'm gonna be above. So I do my part best as possible. And here's the best part. I told nothing against you, but like I teach them about real life. Respect, nothing against you. You can't teach me anything about life. Go to church. Wow, church is not being mean to me. Church is not being toxic. So now let's say you're being toxic, and that's why when you talk to our sons about us, and why I think I say there and stay quiet. I don't say nothing. The over myself, I react. It be war zone. No, and what I tell the boys, all of them, all 5 of them, check out. What your mother's saying is true, but remember this. That's the over myself. To call her out and her hubby out. Am I your mom's boyfriend? No, that's your father right there. Okay, stepfather. That's her boyfriend, right? I don't have a girlfriend. But yes, what she's saying, I did say that. I did do that. But remember this. Both of us just in a journey. So now I did my healing journey. Now I'm talking to you more. I don't want you to become us. So, and once again, so that's why another post is it's a podcast. I think they're in California. They go by I think it's called a Toast to Life podcast. I met them I spoke to them 2 years ago, 3 years ago on TikTok when they barely started. And once again, I said respect to the fullest. Like, they're brown like I'm brown. They're from the state Chicanos type of situation, from California type of situation. So I already know they're gonna go viral because respect when I say this. Spanish culture, Hispanic to Spaniards, they can talk about this, but they don't really leave it in God's hands. Like, once again, respectfully, a lot of Spanish people, Hispanic to Spaniards, were like Catholic Christians, religious talk, right? So that's what we're taught. I'm like, I put my comments. I ain't told them on the live podcast on TikTok. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna tell them the live session on TikTok. I go, that's cool, but here's the kicker. God's not cheating on you. Your partner's cheating on you. God's not being mean to you. They're being mean to you. There's a problem. But if you want to, if tradition is working, here's the best part. Why is all our family still serving to this day? And they're still together to this day. Typically, our mother's aunties, abuelitas, grandmothers serve for too fucking long. And they've been together miserably behind his door. And they initially excuse because the kids, all the kids are growing up and they're still together, bitter as fuck. Respectfully, our parents, aunties, grandparents are gonna die like that. And it sucks. Now I don't know what I know is, but what can I do about it? Nothing. I can tell stories. I tell them all the time. You can check my YouTube, Spotify if you want to, but I'm gonna trigger a lot of you because I talk about the family and the culture base, and you guys don't like that because what I'm doing is wrong, etc. I'm just telling stories to pay it forward. It'd be nice if you guys taught me this shit. Freaking zombies are wild. Respectfully. They just pushed over a e-bike. Homeboy was riding his bike. People wild. Whatchamacallit, but once again, as beings, give yourself grace and give your family grace because they don't know. And when you start speaking like this, you're going to lose, to warn you, you're going to lose a lot of family and friends because they think you're crazy. You might even think you're crazy. Deadass. That's what I thought, but lucky I had a real support team, and I told them about this shit, and they'd be like, I told them, maybe I'm crazy. Like, yo, King, I had the same thought. You're not crazy. You feel like you're crazy because everyone's calling you crazy, right? You're losing it. You're not losing it. They're mad because you're evolving. And then some of my family and friends call me out. You think you're better than me? I'm like, what? How? When did I say that? Well, the children journey, empath, narcissist, all this. What the hell is that? Well, that's what I'm studying wise. I'm trying to comprehend it. And now when I'm studying it wise, it makes a lot of sense in the overall. I don't comprehend it to the fullest yet. But now I know why we suffer on the overall. Our family's toxic. Damn, I am doing the generational cycle. That is. And you guys still stuck on this shit. 6 years, I keep it simple, 6 years, it may 30 be 6 years, but 6 years after the fact, a lot of my family's still together, miserable as fuck. And me, I love to bully bullies. Deadass, I don't give a shit. I'll say it with my chest, and I don't give a shit who's around. I could be the priest, I don't give a fuck who is. One of my cousins called me out like maybe like 6-7 months ago. We're at Walmart. I was visiting. I was getting stuff real fast, and he saw me. He said, "Bro, you stuck on your ex still? All that bullshit impact. What the fuck? You're not in the culture and all the ghetto hoods." I'm like, bro, like you can say that is your choice for will. You can say I'm stuck on my ex. I go, when do I mention her? I say I just mentioned about toxic relationships, what I've been through. It's the best part. You two guys are still together. You know, remember, this is public in front of everybody. You all still together, and I told my cousin, the female cousin, right? Yo, prima, which means cousin, female cousin. In English, yo, prima, you're still with him. Why? He's a fuckboy, and that's my cousin. He's a fuckboy, like, dad, uncle type of situation. The generational cycle. What do you think? God's gonna change his ways? Cool. So you can say, I'm stuck on my ex, but why you guys still together? Why you just gotta squash it? Because the kids? Religion, culture? Fuck it. Become all a toxic family. And that's why you hate what I say to the fullest. I stopped becoming all of you 6 years ago. Respectfully. So you guys to thick and thin, yo, that's your choice for will. Once again, to remind you, prima, female cousin, God's not being a fuckboy, he is. You believe it's all him, because that is his choice for will, and it's your choice for will to stay there. And pray about hope manifest that magic you one fucking day. It's been 6 years after my breakup. How's that one day working out for you, respectfully? And I guess what's the best part? After this conversation, because everyone just saw this shit, publicly wise, when you get in that car, you're gonna fucking bitch about me, be at each other's throats. I just bought your past or present. He's still a fuckboy. And he would potentially always be a fuckboy if he ever starts his healing journey. And I love you guys, but I gotta go. And what I do? I just took the energy, fucked them up. They hate me even more. I don't hate me. Because here's the best part. I have a stomach tag that says fuck haters. I got that in like 2008. No, not 2000. Let me see. 1999, 2000, a long time ago, right? It's a hack job. I'm gonna eventually have my boy fix it, especially now that I'm using the numbing cream. Hell yeah, it works a lot, which I highly recommend. Get tattoos, get the numbing cream. The one that I use is called No Pain Tattoo, I believe. It's a green one. It's 50% Lytical, whatever it is. Numbing cream, badass shit. Kind of spendy, but well worth it. Anyways, what I'm gonna call it? When I say now, I love my haters. Cause why? It's not really the competition, but as long as my name is in your mouth, I'm winning. Cause I know 1,000% every day above ground. Before you pray, before you say you love your kids, the universe, I'm the first person you think about. The first person you think. You fuck that guy with the tattoos, and so I just took your energy. And match the end after that part is you already have all these doors of pain, right, on my tattoos. Now I came in your life, face to face behind the screen at a door of pain. I own that door. I'm eating my popcorn. I'm watching you cut out of beauty, smile your face, living rent free. Why do you allow I to live in your mansion, your head rent free? Why do you allow I to take your energy? And I wake up, I don't think about nobody respectfully. I pray to God, the universe, and that's it. I go my day, my life, and that's it. I'm selfish in a positive manner. And you wake up and you think about little old me. Make that make sense. You have a lot of healing to do. That's why I love my haters. It's not raising the competition. I know you're thinking about me every which way. It's like, I pray for you guys. Don't let people take your energy at all. That's why I have to keep it simple. If you want to do this healing journey, have real support teams. My tattoos, if you're a square, I'm the overall empathetic person because everyone's robotic. They only vibe with squares. You will have a better life on the overall. Yes, everyone's traumatized, but the intent, they're not trying to bully or hurt you. And to try to do vice versa. And from there, wise, realize boundaries and talk about triggers and stuff. And then you put the job better outcome as a social friendship, especially the partnership. And you don't want to do opposite track and date circles and zombies because that's all the bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck boys, the bullies, the racist, the zombies, the acid addiction. Those are the worst of all of us because they're cooked every which way for now. Respect when I say that. So, but once again, all that I'll talk about, nobody else to comprehend nothing. I pray for the universe. I go my day of my life. Me as one being, I'm blessed. Everything I talk about, all my tattoos are my scars healed. I won't ever deal with toxicity. I will easily walk away without thinking about it. Deadass. I'm gonna hurt your feelings, and they're yours, not mine. Do you want to talk about it? No. You have a lot of healing to do. So I'm about to reject you, and that's why once again, like, there's a benefit that we'll squash it with the type of situation because it's over. I go, our time has run out. Anyone can make time for anybody every which way, and people sell dreams. I'm done. It's good. Here's the kicker to put fear in you. Like, we can have conversation, but we'll do basic talk. So from now on, you want advice to like life and stuff in general, to test you wise, to you test your real family and friends before you make me type of situation. Ask all you family, friends, associates that same question you're about to ask me. Because you ask me the question, I'm gonna respond to you. We hang out. There's nothing to hang out with anymore. Our time has run out. So I'm gonna be in a positive matter because I know 1,000%. I met majority of family and friends in the overall, and they're all just in a journey. One thing they said, they all tell me, yo, when she got involved with you, she changed. I'm like, are you changing her? I'm like, I'm changing her. All I did this conversation, I just gave her scenarios so she should think more for herself. I'm not a Bible thumper, locally wise, they're like, you're a cult. I'm like, well, if I'm a cult, quote unquote, typically a cult has to have 2 or more people. I'm by myself type of situation. I don't have a partner. He said, it's just me. I go, you're from religious spiritual people, and there's people in your churches and your little groups, whatever. That you guys are considered a cult, quote unquote. But you're mad and bothered and triggered because now she's thinking for herself. She don't part and kick it as much. Yeah, she's changing for herself, not for me. And that's the shit for everybody out there. Like, people come and go. But my situation, I told her, like, please don't ask me anything about, like, none of this. If you want to, here's the kicker. You can speak to me, but not directly. What do you mean? Spotify, YouTube. I'm a broken record. I said the same shit, same answers. It's pretty much the same outcome every single time. But that's going to bother you, trigger you, because you would like to speak to me. Like, what is it to talk about? Our time has run out, respectfully. I'm going to be in a positive manner. So you test all your family and friends, your peoples, to see if any of them is a healing journey and can elaborate and have these conversations to actually guide for me correctly, why as best as possible. If not, suffer like they're suffering, or go back to your old ways. Because once again, wait, what? Sorry, Queen. If you want to elaborate as far as that, please. Whatchamacallit, I told her, or you go back to your old ways, because you used to be a heavy drinker, aka alcoholic. You saw that dramatically wise. I'm happy to do it for yourself on the overall. But the idea is that this conversation and we start talking to each other and the overall doesn't trigger you. You go back to your old ways and you become a fucking full-blown alcoholic again. The bottle becomes your best friend. That's why my tattoo here. It's a riddle for all the zombies out there, the addicts and addiction. It says the bottle doesn't need you. Alcohol others, you need the bottle. Why? In my tattoos, Bobby's like, he's like, bro, that's some deep shit. But what does that mean? Like, think about it. Nothing man-made has feelings, right? So scenario, let's say I'm an addict, right? So let's say the bottle right there. Let's say the bottle has feelings, but it doesn't. But let's say the scenario, it does have feelings. No drug in the universe wakes the fuck up. You know what? Today I'm sad and depressed, bitter and hateful. But I'm gonna take child trauma. So I'm gonna buy weed, don't get high, get drunk, pop these pills. No. Once again, so the drugs ain't the issue. Drug dealers ain't it's the beings buying the drugs because they want to feel the fit-ins. That's why my tattoo says the riddle. The bottle doesn't need you. Whatever man-made addiction you're stuck on, you need the bottle. Why? I know the answer, but please elaborate. What do you think the answer is? Respectfully wise. So once again, that's why I go live for you guys, to tell stories, to pay forward, so you don't stay for too long like I did. Many of us did, and you think that someone's gonna come in your life and make this life better, respectfully, So yeah. What the heck happened? Oh, sorry. But guys, I'm about to get out of here because I already passed my time. Sometimes my IG got booted. I don't know. I'll pocket my freaking power. Anyways, love you guys. Have a good night. Take care. Stay blessed. Be safe. See you guys maybe Monday. Oh yeah, I'll see you Monday night because I'll go live with XJ because she wants to do like little positive movement on Bigo, which is cool. I thought, yeah, I'll be part of it. I'll join and see what's up. And then I'll do an hour with her. And after I come back here for an hour, and the intent is to respect my boundaries. Oh, excuse me. And do no more than 2 hours, even though today, once again, I passed my own boundaries. I'm 3.5 hours in, so sometimes I get in the session, I kind of like zone out, but I'm a broken record, guys. Once again, go to my, I start promoting more, go to my TikTok, take it back. Well, if you want to go to TikTok for sure, but like, you want to see actually the live sessions in general-wise, go to Twitch and, for sure Twitch, but I'm putting Spotify, YouTube, Coach Cheetah Podcast. You can go almost 6 years back, and you can see the old version of myself. That's the cool thing about technology, which I was trying to say earlier with video blogs. You can see yourself evolve, and on top of that, you can test yourself. A lot of us realize, I let them go. I'm healing. I'm doing better. Like you can verbalize that. You can lie to people, right? Because a lot of us wear the mask smiles, but behind the mask smile, we dying and crying. Away from everybody, we shed our tears, ball like a bitch type of situation, right? You're lying to yourself. That's the cool thing about video blogs. And you watch yourself like, man, I'm telling everybody this, like, oh, I'm doing good, involved, etc. Healing journey. Fuck no, I am lying to everybody. I am dying. I'm doing really bad. It's okay. You're being honest with yourself. That's the cool thing about video blogs. And once again, trust. I know I make it sound easy every which way because I worked on myself. I reached out for help. I had a real support, and I love all 10 of them. I got blessed. The more people in your real support, the faster you evolve in life. I promise you that. I can guarantee that. Because, yeah, these people, the more the merrier. And you can ask one question to all of them, and then people have maybe similar answers. Some, give you an answer. Some will give you some type of concept. Some be like, you know what? I can't even answer that. I don't even know. I never thought of that. That's okay. Once again, that's okay. The more people in your support team, I promise you 1,000, you will evolve a lot faster. But once again, to remind you, only you as one being can do closure for yourself. Only you as a being can do comprehension. Nobody cannot take nobody's pain from nobody at all. 0%. All we can do for each other, which I'm Tarami, is heal, guide, support, uplift, forward. Show math to each other 1,000%, So, but love you guys. Have a blessed night. Take care. Be safe. Take that squad. Ciao, ciao. Beagle squad. Love you guys. Take care. Be safe. Ciao, ciao. Make me squad. Love you guys. Take care. Be safe. Ciao, ciao. And then Twitch. Love you guys. Take care. Be safe. Ciao, ciao.